Welcome to another Heather Gillespie stream, Haunting Heather. From this week, which we actually don't have that much stuff from this week. She wasn't too crazy this week. I got about 32 minutes of footage from this week because the bonus stream I did on the 30th, I think it was the 30th, we watched two live streams. Well, an hour-long upload she did, and then an hour-long live stream. So there's not that much to go over this time. So we're going to go doing a deep dive after we cover this week's stuff. Yeah, let me see who's here. T, great to see you. Cheryl, hope you're doing well. JC Vids, unauthorized waiting. Hope you guys are all having a great Friday. It's Friday again. Addison Clark, hope you're doing well. We have Heather Bingo if you guys want to play it. And yeah, let me get this pulled up here. And we can get right into the stuff and the things. So this is her stories. Is it popping up? There we go. Now it's popped up. And this is all in chronological order. And after this, she did like a little tail end at the end, actually. So we'll have that as well. And then I have some things pulled up. What do I have pulled up for us? We're going to finish off the church live because that's what I was watching last time during the Halloween contest, I think. So we'll finish that up. And then I have a domestic terrorist rant or something from, I can't remember when, I think maybe August. And then the walk to California, we might finish it up on. So that's the agenda for tonight, unless I'm forgetting anything. But if I am, we'll figure it out along the way. And this is Heather Gillespie. Also, look at this. We have numbers again on the thing. See? Look, numbers. So I can go back and forth. Yippity-doo-dah. Let's go.
Because I feel heavily like the more you focus on these negative things, the more they become a problem. However, for the sake of my lawsuits and documentation, I sometimes get overwhelmed and post them here for safekeeping, so I don't have to look at them on my phone. Here are another 38 voicemails calling me, my children, and Xavier random names from Nasty Pig to Sex Instrument.
I don't know who's calling that. Maya, happy birthday. It's Maya's birthday, guys. Wish Maya a happy birthday. Hope you're having a great one, Maya. Hope Korean barbecue was amazing. BCG, how you doing tonight as well? Hope you guys are all doing great. So I don't know who's sending Heather these nasty messages, but she's mad. She can't block them.
This is what I go through on a daily basis. I am sick of it. And just in case my dad is watching, who doesn't know crap about social.
I don't know why she made this one either. Like, why would her dad be watching any of this? Does your dad watch her Coco Chanel YSL crazy show, the Coco Show? Does he watch it?
Media. If I've done a live, you can find it on my grid. Okay, so when you click my name, you enter my profile name, my live video will be posted there. If it is not there, go to the top. There are columns. Click on the second column. There's more live videos. You can choose a little option that says remove from profile page. It still stays available to the public.
Just in case you didn't know.
So go to the second column and click on that, and you'll find more of the live type of conversations.
But I think that's going to be a little hard to achieve, but at least you can block them calling your Google number in the future. Thanks for blocking the computer.
Just watching YouTube tutorials on how to block people's numbers, because I guess they're texting her from private numbers, so she can't block them. Calling from private numbers, unknown numbers, can't block. I don't know why can't she just get another Google number? How easy would that be? I'm Canadian, so they don't let me even have a Google number unless they change that. The last time I tried to get one, that was like, no. So I had to get like a text now number back when I was being copyright strict. But yeah, maybe I'll look into it again.
Okay, so you guys know I've been receiving an influx of messages since 2019. We're in 2023. Saying random things. I'm going to post another screenshot. If you go through my highlights and the FTR sections of this page, as well as the One Heather GEE account, there are literally thousands, if not hundreds, of these types of calls. They call me every name in the book. They tell me to kill myself.
She also, like, any number that does show up, she docks. It's like John's number. I had to blur John's number. We lost the live chat replay for that because of it. No bueno, Heather. Crazy Heather. But Stacy, glad to see you. Hope you're doing well tonight. I keep not seeing the things pop up because they pop up on Heather. I don't know. Can I move them over to this side? I don't know. That's probably not too important.
They say things about my family and children, and now they're coming from unknown numbers. So they were coming from all sorts of numbers with different area codes. They are now coming from unknown numbers, and I am not being permitted to block them. So I'm going to show you the things that they're saying are literally pulled out of thin air, but they are awful, and they include a little bit of truth, like the real names of my children.
Oh, because you spit them out, like any chance you get?
Or, you know, things like that. They talk about everything from my weight to killing myself to just terrible, terrible things. Now, there is no way.
That's a good point, Maya. She could just download something that, like, you just can't receive any texts or calls from unknown numbers, period. And then you don't have to worry about that, right? Also, if you see it's from an unknown, just erase it. You don't have to read. No one's forcing you to read anything. It's like what Tyler, the creator, said. I think he's like, how the hell do you get bullied online? Just walk away from the fucking computer. It's not like they're forcing you to do or read anything. So I must have put this in here for some reason. So she wrote this thing saying, your online crime reporting form is flawed. It has too many required fields indicating with asterisk that may not be applicable. I have worked with doctors and technology staff who build electronic medical record forms and questionnaires. I'm currently living in a tent, being harassed at random and utilized for someone else's nefarious agenda. I'm sure she won't get into what that is, though. If you'd like to help me, I would be willing to sit down with a technology person and help them update and improve your online crime collecting forms and exchange for a promise that I will not be raped anymore or abused or beaten or stabbed. I don't think any of those things have happened recently. And that I will be restored to my original state. But you're like the flowers, right? That's your whole metaphor. You took the flowers, you beat them up, they're on the ground. You can't really, they're dead now. Well, those flowers are, at least. I don't think you can make them the same. Strong, independent, self-employed, living in my own space, raising my children as I was prior to the assaults. You were living on other people's dimes and stuff. What do you mean? And other abuses that began occurring in 2019. My name is Heather Gillespie. In case you forgot again. Sent from my iPhone.
This is how my phone turned out.
This actually scared me. What the hell is that noise in the background? And she's just casually just sitting there like, oh yeah, this is normal.
Do you want to say hi?
It's just Xavier. Look, he's watching movies on his phone with a big plate of food. He's living his best life. Xavier, the Eggman. And then she's listing off places that she's never places she has brushed her teeth since she's been homeless. The tent, the beach, the side of the road, Target, Walmart, Mariano's, Park, Navy Tier. I don't really care about all of that, but that's just, I don't know why she did that. That was kind of weird. I don't know. What is that?
Okay, so I woke up super depressed. First thing is always, I miss my children. I want to see my kids. And then I started analyzing the situation, and not much changes from day to day. So maximum effort, minimal ROI.
What investment are you putting in? Return on investment, ROI? You haven't invested anything. You've just been like you're spinning your wheels. Grateful for my children and my unborn baby. Grateful for my healthy body and mind. You're puking blood. What the fuck are you talking about? You're like, oh, my feet are going crazy and I'm puking blood. My healthy body and mind. Mind is definitely not healthy. Grateful for love.
Which is frustrating. But then I came across that be grateful, and that always helps me. I'd say 90% of the time when I'm reminded to count blessings. I'm grateful for my children. I'm grateful for, you know, a clean, dry, warm space to rest. I'm grateful for food. And that starts helping, you know, a little, and to get through to the next step. So what are you grateful for?
What are you guys grateful for? Oh, I had to mute this for copyright reasons. But this is it's like the I ain't worried about anything song, even though you're homeless and pregnant. I think you have some things to be worried about. But I ain't worried about the feelings of smile. I don't know. I think the auto-generated captions are wrong. And then she shows her belly, you know, to be like, I'm pregnant. I ain't worried at all. Oh yeah, she also messed up and said like she's 25 weeks pregnant, 26 weeks pregnant, like an hour apart from each other. BCG caught that today.
I don't know.
And yeah, she was posting this old video for some reason.
I can't do this shit anymore. I don't know what the fuck they want from me. I want to be with my family. I don't want to fucking be doing this weird shit. Whatever the fuck. You guys are bogus as fuck.
You're bogus.
This is not okay. And literally the exact same shit over and over and over and over and over and over. I'm at Ross, not doing shit. I don't want anything. All I want is my family and to go. I left.
So like not much has changed over the years.
The house at like 9 a.m. to do fasted cardio. I'm about to eat now. Still have not done cardio. First time eating all day. You're fucked. I don't like it when you do this to me.
Why did she post that? That's a weird compilation of Coast to Post. And today and right now, this is what are you doing, Heather?
Guys, look at the cutest little thing I found at Walgreens.
This isn't really that important. She's just at Walgreens. So I'll take this time to drink the best energy drink in the world, Monster 300. Has 300 shots of espresso. Not really. I think that's 3. But it's pretty fucking good. You guys should try it.
Grease, a collaboration with Revolution. The only thing Revolution I've ever used are those deep conditioning face masks, and they work pretty well. This is adorable, though. Hold on, I have to show you.
Maybe you should spend your money on more important things like food and shelter.
Hold on. Look at this. That is so cute. Is that not adorable? The brush set. Is someone standing on your neck?
All right, this is good. This is like I think we watched this already in the bonus one, but she's like, is someone standing on your neck? You guys gotta listen, gotta put your listening ears on because Xavier's just like, yes. And they're like, that's it. Someone's extorting Xavier.
Yeah. Okay, so Xavier's being extorted or
all right, now let's all say hello to Michael Carrington.
Good morning, you guys. So I just wanted to talk about really quickly the first 2 things I do every morning.
I don't know what's going on with the auto captions. Can I get that? I want that.
Without exception, from wherever I am. Text my 3 children, Viviana, Lewis, and Alexis. Good morning. Have a great day. I love you. Just send them to school with love. And then erase all of the up to 30 to 60 voicemails and text messages that I've received overnight from an unknown, unmarked number that should not have authority to come through on my Google Voice phone number, calling me anything from a whore to a drug addict to a pig, telling me to kill myself, among other things. I use that number for all the jobs I applied to. It's my only number. So I have no choice but to go through it and erase them. I try to literally blur my eyes so that I...
Blur your eye? How do you do that? Did she like put fucking acetone in her eyes to blur them, or she just cross her eyes while she's deleting the messages? How do you blur your eyes, Heather?
I don't have to see that every day. It's illegal. I've reported it hundreds of times. The calls just keep coming through. Google has not responded. Then I start talking to my unborn baby.
I mean, squinting, like, wouldn't squinting, I can see better when I squint. That's like when I have my glasses off, I can squint, I can see. I don't know what she does. Crossing my eyes would make things blurry.
And I just notice huge differences every single day based on the amount of in-person harassment or how much fear I feel. When I say fear, I mean if you've ever been stalked in real life, followed in real life, and victimized physically.
Have a good one, Cooking with Silence. I got your fancy email. I wanted to know if you were Seth or the Gravy Man. I don't know if you want to email me that or not, or you want to put it in chat. I don't think that reveals anything, but I was curious.
Raped or stabbed or bludgeoned like I have. When people get close to you and start engaging in an altercation with you and you're just in a tent sitting there minding your own business with nowhere to go, you get terrified, or I get terrified. So I try to calm myself while also calming the baby. Xavier's here and he calms me down, just his presence when this is going on. But it's like, why should I need someone to sit next to me so that others can harass me and I don't feel scared? No one should be harassing me.
I mean, I don't know. That's pretty self-explanatory. She doesn't want Xavier around her? Is that what she's trying to get at? I mean, you're homeless. I don't know who's harassing you. This was a weird one. She said, anytime I try to get some work done, they change the hours of the library. What public library opens at noon? What time did it open at before? They just changed the hours? Like, what, you wake up and the hours are different than they were yesterday? They must have set hours, like, per day. Come on now. Right? Work? What kind of work?
I'm 26 weeks pregnant. I'm very uncomfortable. It's snowing now. It's Halloween day.
I know. Halloween day.
I don't feel well. I've called 311 hundreds of times. I really have no idea what's going on. I just miss my kids, and I'm hungry and I don't feel well. I'm tired of being harassed. There's a new, different personality that I'm dealing with through the phone. Sometimes it's like saying little trivial like insults, and sometimes it's telling me to kill myself and playing off my trauma with being raped and sexually harassed and sexually trafficked. I'm not a cop.
What happened to blurring your eyes and just deleting it? Block unknown numbers, like Maya said. Come on now. You gotta think smarter. You're Heather fucking Gillespie. Come on now.
I'm a woman, civilian, trying to be home with her children, being held outside for going on 4 years. I'm going to the bank now so that I could get my bank statements so that I can continue proving all you motherfuckers are losers and stalkers, as I've been this entire time. Because
what are your bank statements going to do for that? What? You guys, what? They're going to show you my bank statements because you're losers and you're stalkers, and that's going to prove that.
This doesn't work with all people. So you all know that my life is falling apart, but of course.
In my defense, I also replaced my debit card and got some exercise in the cold because it's snowing. Inchi. It's snowing inchi? I don't know what that means.
I had to make time for the Halloween store because how could you not?
If I was homeless, I wouldn't give 2 fucks about Halloween. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'd be worried about other things. What are you gonna do for Halloween, Heather? You can't hand out candy. You're gonna go trick or treating. Maybe that would be smart. Like, if you could pull that off, then you get some candy. But like, why are you at the Halloween store?
That is not Harley Quinn. Is it? I thought that was Harley Quinn.
It's on the same package, right?
But that is not Poison Ivy. I think my rendition is better.
She's just like making fun of the models, basically. It's the same fucking bag.
Joker's pretty good. Weird Barbie. What the hell? Oh my God, Elle Woods. That should be me.
That should be you? You're not a lawyer or smarter. What are you talking about? What?
Totally me.
You're also not blonde. You're a redhead. That's... What? I just figured there'd be nothing relevant in the Halloween store when I was skimming through, but that's some action. That's fun, at least. It's her other friend. Not today, Satan. And this is... Understand the difference between the hard pull and the soft pull is not something we understand or even know how to apply, and that's why it matters. If you're growing business or personal credit, download Self-Lender. What is this? Is this a fucking promotion for something?
What's going on, you guys? So the previous post, I put hashtag free game. I also have a highlight down below after you get out of this, the highlight that says free game. A lot of what's being posted there is stuff on young entrepreneur lessons, raising credit so that you can get loans or business funding. You have to know the difference between a hard pull and a soft pull on your credit. So that's what's significant about what he's talking about in the previous post, is that if you're building business credit, you want to know that when they do a hard pull, it affects your credit score. When they do a soft pull, it does not.
Why? You're a homeless lady. You have no experience in this. You can't even test it. Why would you be given advice on this? What are you talking about, Heather?
So that's pertinent to know, especially because a lot of these young businesses spend a lot of time growing, and people spend a lot of time growing their personal as well as business credit. Self-Lender is another fabulous program, and they will also report your rent if your landlord does not.
The information that she puts inside her head that she does no use for at all amazes me. She also applies all these places for some reason. I don't know why she's like, I have been kicked out of 21 jobs or whatever, right? She's like, I've been chased out of them, but I'm going to show you each one I've applied to so you know where it is, so you can go tell my employer about it. And then it's the secret. And then there's also, hold on. Now this is all going. So I don't know, Xavier Montana or whatever, but then over here he's Jose Montonio. I don't know what this is or anything. This is just very odd to me as well. So I don't know if Xavier's taking her pictures or some other
T-shirt and inspired.
And now this is, well, this is a video.
Makeup look. We are still outside in the tent. Xavier just got back from getting us some food, and then we watched The Secret. Whether you believe in that or not, if you're following along with my personal blog, we're 26 weeks pregnant.
Okay, so The Secret is like basically wishing, the law of attraction, I'm pretty sure it is. I think Jim Carrey was big into The Secret, and it was like a fad, and I think the early 2000s, maybe late 90s. A little late to the game, but I don't think it's actually... I don't think it'll do... Thinking about stuff is not going to make it appear. You got to go actually out and do things.
Things have been very difficult for both Xavier and I in separate lives. We just met 18 months ago. And since meeting each other, things have been easier emotionally, because going through struggle is always easier when you have support. I don't care what anyone says. Tactically, it's more difficult. But at the end of the day, especially for extended periods of time, it 100% causes mental issues if you're by yourself all the time, and dealing with and shouldering responsibility by yourself all the time. This doesn't mean that
I don't know why she thinks she's taking care of any of that by herself. She's living in a tent away from everyone. Law of attraction, toxic positivity. Yeah, Robbins type shit. There's an anecdote to this, I guess. Jim Carrey says that he wrote himself a check for like $1 million or something, and then he got the role for, I think, Ace Ventura or something like that. And he attributes it to him writing himself the check before he got the role, which, that's great, buddy. But I think it was probably your talent and all the stand-up gigs and the casting. You know what I mean? If you weren't the right person for the role, it wouldn't have mattered if you wrote that check. Like, it's just nonsense to me. But whatever works for you. I think Heather should be focusing on better things, more productive things. That was about becoming a sponsor.
In your household, 3 meals a day for free off of.
This was a TikTok live that I missed, but BCG was able to get it. I'm gonna put the 2 parts together here for us. So I haven't seen this at all. I don't know what she's gonna say or anything.
Delivery apps for every person in your household, and free shelter and living spaces. And I'm talking nice, luxurious. You could design it yourself, but that means if you go into an empty space, you have to be able to say, what am I going to do without and for how long? Because if you only get 3 items, that's what? A blanket, a pillow, some water on day 1, right? You have to be able to plan and strategize and coordinate and prioritize what items are the most important to you. Now money becomes a bonus to life. Life is promised to all, an opportunity as well. Say you want to start learning how to create and sell soaps, right? Everything you need for that is available on Amazon, and all the instruction you need in how to do it is available for free on YouTube, right? So we're providing people in doing this.
What's she talking about? Talking about making soap and shit. What? Is this just like an analogy for something else?
Sort of housing, 3 free orders and 3 free meals each day. We're giving them room to breathe, to show that they can learn and they can support themselves. And if they are truly lazy and don't want to, then they stay in their living space separated from, any sort of issues, because they don't need to rob and jug and murder and home invade to feed their families. They don't need to run in someone's house and steal their money if all of their needs are being met. 9 times out of 10, every criminal you meet is involved in crime because they're living in fucking misery. They're poor. Their families are.
I mean, like the low timey criminals, yeah, but there's like big corporate criminals too. I mean, they probably get away with a lot more shit, but I don't know what she's going on about. She's just like, this is my socialist idea again, guys. I don't know why we're not living in a socialist country, and I'm just gonna bitch about it.
Are poor. If they have a little money from drug dealing or from, whatever their hustle is, legal or illegal, if they have a little money from that, that's all they've got, and the trauma associated with living without for so long is that when you have this inclination to be greedy and grab everything because you don't want to backslide to that space. You know what it's like to have nothing. You know what it's like to live in the gutter, in the dirt, in the mud. And you don't ever want to be there again. And so psychologically speaking, it's completely normal and it's understandable and it's causal, but we still treat these people as if we're shocked and surprised. What? Get the fuck out of here.
I thought she did that to Xavier for a second. I thought something spicy was about to happen, but yeah, that background noise, man. That's the kind of shit that will put me to sleep because I'll just be hearing that like white noise shit in the back. That's fucking hair dryer. It's the hair dryer. And she's in the spooky setting again with her flashlight shining on her, racking up somebody's electricity.
This motherfucker just texted me yesterday telling me that he was hungry, that he didn't have any money. What a fucking bum. Now he's in jail for robbing some place or somebody. I can't believe it. Really? You can't? What the fuck? You can't believe it? Me la pelas. You can fucking believe it, bro. You know. All the signs are there. They've been telling you for the longest they don't have. Human nature is to get. We're gonna get it. We're not just gonna lay down and die. And I can attest to that so strongly. I have been being tried and tested, you guys. You have no idea the things I have been through. And I am releasing several novels, soon, but it's been.
Did she actually used to be a crime scene cleaner? I would not trust. I guess everything, they already got all the evidence and stuff, and then they get her in. They should be fine with that. But That can't be real.
Very, very difficult to get them on paper from a tent. It's just, it's so hard. Or from living in your car. I'll tell you this, the most progress that I ever made on my novel, I had an apartment. So I've been in an apartment, my own house or apartment with my 3 children full time since the day they were born and since I was 18 years old. I was 18 years old, got my first studio apartment, have never been homeless for longer than like I've said, a week or 2 living in my car while I waited for a new apartment to become available, etc. and so forth. So this is new to me.
Etc. and so forth. If you're playing bingo, I mean, she must go through a lot of hair dryers because they're not meant to just be left on all night, right? They're meant to be on for like 20 minutes tops. I don't know how long it takes to dry your hair, but all night.
I'm 36 years old now, and they've had me trapped outside with nowhere to go, unlawfully ignoring my police reports regarding different various issues such as sexual assault against me, being jumped and stabbed 11 times, being bludgeoned and having my head split open. I'm not a gangbanger. I don't have any gang violence in my history. I don't have any gang anything in my history. I know people who have gangbanged, but tell me one person who lives in Chicago and grew up here and doesn't know someone in a gang, didn't go to school with someone in a gang, hasn't, been in an after school activity or out to eat or in a friend group with someone in a gang. If
the after school activities with the gangs, what the fuck are those?
you live in a city, it's just, that's the way it is.
It's just the way it is in Chicago. If you're going to do some after school activities, you're going to run into some gangs.
Like, I don't know what, it's urban out here, folks. It is fucking urban out here. Like, this is not the little house on the prairie.
I've seen a lot of people tell me that she's in the very safe part of Chicago and that they live in the same kind of area. So I'm going to call cap on that. I'm going to press X to doubt. I don't think that's legit.
It's very difficult to travel a mile or 2 in any one direction without wandering into someone else's hood. That's just the way it is. So,
Hold on, what did Cheryl say? She's the hardest worker in that tent. Yep.
So we need to stop judging, accept the reality for what it is, and then fix that. Not idealistically fix what we think is wrong. Well, they're lazy, so if we ignore it, sooner or later they'll get tired of being lazy and they'll go get a job. It's not that. It is not that. It is a million other things, but it's most definitely not that. These are not lazy people. So that's my idea with how to solve all the world's problems overnight.
All the world's problems. I think we missed a couple things there, Heather. I think there's a lot of other problems in the world, but I'm glad that you just focused on your own problems that I could fucking solve in 2 weeks probably. That's me being very cocky, but I think I could. I think it would be just fine. We'll make that into a fucking channel.
It's the evolution of digital currency. I have 5 other campaigns, the kindness campaign. I don't want to give myself weird names for these campaigns because they are named, and I am working with a team of mostly volunteers just who who are influencer based or want to become influencers or already influencers. Some of them have very significant followings. And we work on these campaigns together and release information accordingly. So I don't want to misspeak them. If you go to a GoPro Solo production on Insta, I just posted all of their names. And I'm also doing a book kind of Q&A. 5 books was the goal for the week. I think I finished 3 so far. 48 Laws of Power, which is not my first time reading it.
Oh, I thought she was writing books. I was like, you're going to write 5 books in a week? You're reading 5 books in a week. Okay. Again, that's a lot of time you could be allocating to something better.
How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. I'm about halfway through. The 5 Love Languages I finished, and I've read that before. Oh, The Untethered Soul was on there too, which is another good one. These are all books that talk about different principles that and The Secret, The Law of Attraction. that whether or not you agree with entirely, they all hold truth in many, many ways. So I'm asking the people who are influencing, if you consider yourself, to have any sort of influence, which we all do if we're being realistic, read some of these books, and then let's discuss them next week. And I'll hop on a live.
Okay, you were going to discuss the books next week? All right, I'm gonna have to go back and I'll write those books down, and then am I gonna have to read books? Nah, I mean,
here on TikTok, and I'll do the same thing on Insta and probably YouTube. But I'm
do you guys think she's gonna commit to this?
26 weeks pregnant, and I've been shouldering these problems and burdens since 2018. It is not my place. I am not a street person or a nightlife person.
I mean, you've been a street person for 4 years. I'd say that'd be like me saying, I'm not a fucking YouTuber, guys. I'm just a guy who comes on YouTube, makes a bunch of videos and shit, but I'm not a YouTuber, okay? If you call me that.
I've done my best, you guys, and I'd say I give myself an A+ for effort and ROI. I've not.
You were just bitching that you have no ROI. You're like, I'm getting no ROI. And I was like, you didn't really make any investments to get any return on. But now she's like, A+ in ROI, guys.
Get out of the park, I would say. I found a way to understand.
You hit it out of the park. You're in the park. You're literally in the park right now, using their fucking electricity for the hair dryer. You hit it out of the park. No, you haven't even left the park.
Stand and experience, blame the state of Illinois, and say that they've turned over all the information regarding all of these cases to the state, and that past that, there's nothing they can do. It's up to the state of Illinois to pursue criminal charges against these people. I call the state of Illinois. They say the same exact thing in reverse. The police have not offered enough, witnesses.
I think she learned it from Gary V. That's what I'm going to assume.
Or proofs. There's not been enough testimony. Whatever they say to just pass the buck back and forth. And, if it was just me, it would be wrong, but it would be one thing. It's not just me. I have 3 children and 1 on the way. My oldest was 14, about to be a freshman when this started, when my children had to go live with their fathers temporarily. She's in senior year this year, and I'm still in a tent. And no one is giving me any assistance or explanation. And I've been chased, beaten, stabbed, or robbed out of 21 W-2 jobs since 2000.
Then don't post where you're applying to work at.
2020. So I'm still looking for answers. None of that has changed. I offer my insight whenever and wherever I can and wherever I think it will be applicable or of assistance. If you guys, like I said, want to be part of the solutions or my...
So Gary V, like a V, he's just he's like an entrepreneur, but he also does like speeches and stuff. Heather is obsessed with him. James Soroka is also obsessed with him. James Soroka had like a little talk with him, a little 16-minute talk where Gary V told James he was crazy and had no practicality and to go fucking back to work. And then James did the exact opposite and just kept doing his little PP scam. Gary V is like an interesting kind of guy in himself. He has like a pretty common sense advice, but people love him.
Team or campaign with me, feel free. I post most of the information on Instagram, and mercifulstorm.com is my social justice page. Do You Doll is my fashion line. I have not been able to release yet, but have been working on and have filed for EIN on since 2018. And HLG Forever _ as well as One Heather GEE. One Heather GEE is statement modeling. And HLG Forever _ was my very first personal blog. I've grown all of these social media accounts into the tens of thousands, 5,000 or 2,000, I think is the low.
But I think that's a lot of positive interaction on those. I haven't seen a lot of positive interaction on those. My Flock, thank you for the $2 super sticker. I appreciate you. They need to figure out how I can pop them up on screen here. Oh, I was trying to reroute things the other day. I'll figure it out one day.
Lowest. So, the proof is in the pudding. I know what I'm doing.
For her fashion line, because she has no inventory or fashion ideas, I'm sure. Like, I would love to see her fashion ideas.
It's not very risky to work with me. It's risky to keep me outside in a tent and not think that things will happen. You're most vulnerable when you can't even lock the door behind you. Someone could and did actually 2 weeks ago outside of the Gwen hotel. I was asleep at 3:30 in the morning in a tent just like this. Two brothers, twins. I woke up at 3:30 in the morning and they were trying to separate the zippers because we had a lock connecting the two zippers. And
Did she say twins came up and were trying to separate the lock on their tent? Twins?
I said, "This is not your tent. Please go away." And I was scared. I'm pregnant. I was terrified. And Xavier was hiding under a tent.
He was hiding under the tent. Okay. This is an interesting picture you're painting, Heather.
A tarp.
Under a tarp. Okay.
Next to our carts and didn't wake up. And they ripped the entire wall off. Okay. Ripped it off. And then called me a dumb bitch and kicked me from a laying down position I was in the fetal position holding my belly, kicked me and gave me a black discolored eye. I went to the hospital the next day to make sure.
Let's just say, for the sake of the argument, this story is true. Why would someone do that? Why would someone target you like that just to call you a dumb bitch and then kick you in the head? Unless you had done something to them prior or maybe owed them money or something. Why is Xavier hiding under a tarp next to the fucking cart? He sounds like a real good guy there. Heather, your priorities are a little wonky here.
Sure the baby was okay because I didn't know if they had kicked my body. When you guys are in situations like that, praying you never are, you go into shock. You don't really remember every detail. You try to remember what you can, but it's like asking someone to count how many times they were stabbed when 3 people are stabbing them. I have never been the victim of a violent assault in my life prior to 2019. Since 2019, the only thing that I've not experienced is a gunshot wound. Knock on wood. God, please protect me.
What about Jehovah God? What happened to Jehovah God?
I've literally experienced everything else. I've been punched out of a dead sleep on the train by a stranger. I've been attacked at Whole Foods. I've been stuck out in the middle of protests at BLM.
I just find that hard to believe as well. Whole Foods? Who the hell is scrapping at Whole Foods? I've never seen anybody fight at Whole Foods. At Walmart? Sure. At random 7-Elevens? Yeah. On the subway, for sure. Whole Foods? I've never seen anybody fighting at Whole Foods.
Where people were carjacking and putting guns in people's faces. My apartment's been broken into numerous times, attempted home invasions against me.
Did Heather have her eggs stolen one time, guys? Do you remember that? And if that did happen, were they actually stolen? Because I need to know. It's for science. I need to know.
Approximately $800 was stolen from both the glove compartment of my car as well while I was being stabbed, as well as my apartment in the Montclair area. That's Harwood Heights, Illinois. I was sexually assaulted in my apartment while I was asleep. 4 locks were broken through. And I've filed hundreds, no less than hundreds of police reports for all of this.
But were they actually stolen? Because I know the vacuum was broken. Someone came in and broke the vacuum. But were the eggs actually? Because if the eggs were actually stolen, that is a mystery. And I need to get to the bottom of this.
So that's where my passion for social justice is coming from. It's the amount of oppression and abuse I've been subjected to. And what's more than me.
I'm more concerned about the eggs than the stilettos or the necklace or any of the because it's just a weird thing to be like, they stole my eggs.
It's the being separated from my children and not knowing if they're going through something similar. Are they okay? That's the worst part of it all. So if you guys, again, if you can offer any support, what I ask for in sponsorship on social media regularly is cash donations through Cash App. My cash tag is $Heather GoPro Solo. I also accept employment opportunities, whether they're, temporary jobs, remote jobs. I've had people pay me to type up menus for them. That they'll give me a handwritten summary of what they want, and I'll type it up. copywriting for.
Why couldn't they just type it up themselves? We got ChatGPT now. We don't need Heather to be doing that for us. BCG, if this is the eggs, I'm going to play them after this recap here.
Website development, new business development, anything in the medical field, any sort of consulting, home cleaning. I've cleaned up crime scenes, guts off the wall. So I'm not too proud, to do cleaning work, janitorial work. Virtual gift cards I love to accept because they're easy for me to use. A lot of times sponsors will use apps like DoorDash, Grubhub, or options that have for carry out and order us meals.
I thought she was going to say something completely different. Did you guys know that you can send packages through Uber to other people and they're not allowed to look inside the packages? That's pretty crazy. I didn't know you could do that. I was like, what?
In the downtown area, that's always appreciated. Literally any type of sponsorship that you guys can offer is, appreciated is the understatement of the year. You guys have been keeping me alive for the past 4 years. I truly believe with 100% of my heart and soul that I would be dead right now if it was not for my social media following. So thank you guys.
That's not keeping you alive at all. I think it might be actually hindering you because you put way too much time into this than like things that could probably actually help your situation.
Again, and just thank you. I hope you guys have a great night.
Gone. It's gone. Okay, so that was her TikTok live stream that she did. And then this was like, okay, so I found this interesting because they were like, your civil rights division report from the administrative section. They're like, Dear Heather, you contacted the Department of Justice on March 10th. What the fuck? That was a long time ago, Heather. Why are you posting this? After careful review of what you submitted, we have decided to not take any further action on your complaint. What we did. Team members from the Civil Rights Division reviewed the information you submitted. Based on our review, we have decided to not take any further action on your complaint. We received thousands reports of civil rights. So I really would like to know what she wrote, but she's not going to post that. But I don't even know what this is supposed to be proven here, Heather. But that was
so another example of how important visualization and effective visualization is. When I was a little girl, I used to get bad migraines.
Oh, this is how you take pills. In case you didn't know how to take a pill, Heather's going to walk you through.
Really bad. And they prescribed me to some medication that was like, I couldn't swallow pills. I was a little girl. I was 12 years old. I had never swallowed a pill in my life. I had only taken chewables. And it was like bad headaches, like debilitating. Like I'd be in bed for a day or two at 12, 11 years old. And so I started, to get me to be able to swallow the pills, I started visualizing. I would drink a carbonated beverage and I'd visualize that the bubbles would literally pick the pill up and carry it down my throat into the rest of my body. And it was then that I made this mind-body connection that I stopped gagging on pills when I would have to swallow a pill. So I told Xavier last night we have to go make our monthly run. We go at least once a month, sometimes more than once a month.
It's always like different. I don't know if she's using different phones, if the hair dryer's in different places, if it's a different hair dryer, if it's all of the things combined, but it always sounds different. And sometimes it's like rev it up and rev it down. It sounds like it's going to freaking explode. I worry for whatever park she's staying at.
To check on my children. I have no assurance, even after seeing them for 5 or 10 minutes, that everything's okay. It's not normal. I'm used to being with my kids full time. So it still feels very weird, but I drop them off whatever supplies I can, hygiene products, food, snacks, whatever I can. This is every single month, even before I knew Xavier. When they first threw me out of my house, I would go there and pick up my kids and just sit in my car for hours and watch movies with them. We're leaving the space we've been at for now 4 days at Belmont Harbor Beach. It's 38 degrees. We're in a tent still, and I'm 26 weeks pregnant. Still receiving, very threatening text messages. 4 years later, hundreds of police reports, still no answers. And so because of this,
I don't know. The whole edit she does is just odd to me. That's irrelevant though. So God can provide the renewed faith to me to get up at 4:30 a.m. to take this walk after 4 years of hope, traps, and tricks from the enemy. Thank you, God. Please continue to light my way. I don't know what the fuck she's talking about here.
This inhumane situation, my natural cycle has been panic once we get to like the 3-month period where contact is limited with my children. I've never stopped walking the 15 hours every single month, at least once a month, to try to see them. Even if it's just for 5 minutes, even if they don't let me see them, but they accept bags of groceries on their behalf, I still do it, and I'm never going to stop. I'm grateful for renewed hope and faith, because for 4 days I laid here thinking that it was just over, that I couldn't keep going. Even though I was still working on my novel, even though I was still...
Stop working on the novel. The novel. I don't know.
Working on my resume and applying to jobs. That's only God. There is no other explanation for that, because the unable to go live...
Psychosis would be another explanation for it.
The unable to receive assistance from law enforcement, and the physical separation from the ones that I love. It's unbearable. Sponsors, I need to go check on my children. I know that there have been people...
All right, sponsors, listen up.
Following us who don't wish us harm. I call them the sponsors. We are heading out there, and I really need... We've been here for 4 days. I updated my resume, applied to another 40 jobs. Nothing new there. Xavier's funding for our groceries this month comes usually the 2nd. It is not going to come until Saturday. So if you guys can donate, now would be the time. I have a Cash App, $Heather, GoPro Solo, and that would be great. I promised my children that I'd be there tomorrow to drop off baskets of fall stuff and Halloween snacks. But again, nefarious, malicious assholes had agendas of their own. What else is new?
Not much in Heatherland, but like, how did that prevent you from doing that?
So again, sponsors, if you are looking for a time to line up food, now is the time. Thank you so much. We could do the Milwaukee. So just in case anyone's wondering, it looks like we are not going to make it today. We are probably going to leave tonight or tomorrow night. I need to get a couple of hygiene items and food items for my children, as I do every month. And we always go on the 1st or 2nd, because that's when we get funding from the government for food.
I thought Xavier was getting it from his parents on the 1st or the 2nd. Now it's the government. I was just reading this crazy thing at the side here. This thing. Let me read it for you. It goes wacky at the end of a podcast being revoked or something. I don't know what she's talking about. But she says, whoops. All I've asked for is these people, this government, this law enforcement, is what is unethically, morally, and legally mine to begin with. Having faith is all I have, and they have robbed and abused me to a point that I never knew existed, and I would love to continue sharing my journey with you all. Unfortunately, my podcast was removed and access to my account revoked. I haven't given up and plan to start a new podcast this week. I didn't know Heather Gillespie had a podcast. Is all of this nonsense her podcast, or am I missing something? Where the fuck is her podcast?
And I spend $50 on each child, whatever I...
And it's also this fucking long ass thing has nothing to do with what she's talking about here, about the food or whatever and the kids. What?
Can get, and I make them a cute little basket. That's my way of letting them know I love them. I'm doing everything I can. I'm trying to figure out the situation.
Am I crazy? Where's the podcast?
Someone nefariously stopped funding on Xavier's card. We called, resolved the matter, and it's not going to be there till Saturday. So it doesn't make sense for us to walk out there today. So we're probably going to go tomorrow morning. And I've been up since 3:30 in the morning.
Was there any gems in it? It's gone now? I'll have to find it.
Just trying to get this shit together. It's been a catastrophe.
I thought she didn't do sex work. I don't know. We missed one. We have the numbers back though. Hold on. Where are my numbers? 30 minutes and well, I don't know where the ball is though. Oh, I think it's here. So it should whoop. Okay. I see you, computer. Crazy computer. All right. Whoopsies. 30. Let's try this. Come on, computer.
And we always go on the 1st or 2nd because that's when we get funding from the government for food.
I have to listen to this a bit because computer's being bad again.
And I spend $50 on each child, whatever I can get, and I make them a cute little basket. That's my way of letting them know I love them. I'm doing everything I can. I'm trying to figure out the situation. Someone nefariously stopped funding on Xavier's card. We called, resolved the matter, and it's not going to be there till Saturday. So it doesn't make sense for us to walk out there today. So we're probably going to go tomorrow morning. And I've been up since 3:30 in the morning just trying to get this shit together. It's been a catastrophe.
Okay, so according to the state of Maybrook Juan, state of Illinois, Maybrook Juan Madro was charged with aggravated battery and assault with a deadly weapon for the tire iron attack, but they never told me about the court date or provided any victim's rights. I'm entitled under Marcy's law. Can I get a lawyer yet? And she called the state attorney. So I don't think that's necessarily true either. I think I have something that I can pull up what she was talking about on the day that actually happened. And then I also have basically like she just reposts the same thing every time she says like she's been attacked or bludgeoned or anything. So I'll pull that up after as well. We're almost at the end. I think there's like 2 minutes left of this. And this, we're not going to read that one, I guess, because it went by way too fast. Then she's complaining like this was me 18 months ago. They had an agenda from the beginning, which makes it another premeditated and predatory victimization. Who? Fucking Xavier? She's talking about. Then you don't look very healthy here, Heather. And then she's like, oh, still living in 2037? What? I don't know what the fuck is happening. This was weird. This is her being like, this is my life story. And then she just like posted a really old fucking post that I do have lined up here just so you guys can see it for context. But it's fucking gobbledygook.
I'm 6 months pregnant. And this is my life story.
So this was from 2021, I think. It says somewhere here. Oh, December 2019. It says right there.
Where is this person? I don't know. No, right? I beat your ass and I was supposed to kiss your ass, right? You didn't even apologize. You're supposed to kiss mine. You didn't even apologize for beating my ass. You fucking.
So I don't know. This is her one Heather G account that she's always talking about. That just has really old shit on it.
No, you didn't. You stopped trying to go to something fucking nice so you didn't even get to do it. You went to go to.
I don't know what she's showing. Bags? And then she did this weird thing where she's dipping back and forth. So the point I'm trying to make here is that the abusive cycles won't stop unless they are interrupted. You don't interrupt by re-victimizing the victim. And now I have long outgrown the tent in which I am currently being held. That's what the fucking thumbnail is. I'm being held in the tent. I don't think anyone's holding you there. What's going on, computer? Is my computer dying? You can't die. You're not allowed.
Do not talk about this regularly.
Oh, wait. No, that's just the end. I think. Yeah, we restarted. All right, and now this is the very last bit, and then I'm gonna get the other thing pulled up. I'll share this tab instead. So this was just like the very tail end of today that didn't make that like final cut there.
I just found this. So now that you know a little bit about me, I'm scrolling through YouTube and I just found this. Fuck this tail. The key takeaway to all of this is that we grow to our own environments. Look at my baby. We grow to our own environments with our partners that we're with. And it all matters. If you're holding me in a tent with someone who, you know, is not motivated, then what are the chances that anything will happen for us, right? If you're
Who's holding you in the tent with Xavier that's not motivated? It's you. What do you mean? Who?
holding me in a tent with someone who is like myself, creative, artistic, and motivated, chances are that we'll go around to businesses and look for opportunity. And that if we
You chose to be with Xavier.
are not sabotaged intentionally by someone externally with premeditative intent, we will be successful. And if we are continually sabotaged, which we have been, someone will find out and they will not allow it to continue. People know me, people know Xavier, and they know that neither one of us are bums.
You are bums, though. What are you talking about? Not bums. The definition of a bum. You're homeless people that are like bums.
At Olive Garden.
Olive Garden. That's the thing. Just the thing she like. Olive Garden. All right. I have to switch this back to a horizontal thing so I can add this over here. And then I should. Whoops. That didn't work. Hold on. Oh, is it because it's just crazy? Might be because it's crazy. Hold on. Whoop. Now we got this. All right, switch that, flop this like this, and everything should be good. So this is so it wasn't 2 weeks ago, it was on September 15th. The twins are a new addition. Twins. So this is like the seeing evidence of 1 to 3 men karate chopping and kicking her in the head. She's always posting this stuff. But the story she did describe was almost identical to the Schiller Park story. Even the evidence photos are almost the same. Yeah, it's just, they are very similar. Oh, why is my thing not zooming in? Computer. What? There we go. Come on, computer. Yeah, three cups, 2 huge guys, and a woman. At least half myself. So we did pull this up for the Halloween contest because this is what inspired Ask a Skeleton's entry that won. But yeah, so basically, this is a tire iron thing. I don't know where this other man came from all of a sudden that she never fucking talked about before. I've never heard this guy's name fucking mentioned. But c'est la vie. That's fine. So now let me get this switched over. Let me just make sure. Got something else. Okay. Horizontal. Let me close that. We're gonna. Whoops. Everything's being crazy. Give me 1 second. All right, I guess I'll leave that open, but this is the one that I want to have open. And then it's gonna have to be like this. Is it working? It's working. Okay, so this is like the rest of the church stream that we were watching. I think it was either on the bonus stream or maybe even the Halloween contest. I don't know. I just remember watching this. We got this far, and I was like, I got to tap out because this is like going way too long. But that is okay. Everything else is good there too. We're only an hour in, but I need... I'm just going to play it. I might miss like 30 seconds. I got to go grab something, but I will be right back. And I think I've kind of heard already 30 seconds of this. I'll put it like 30 seconds back.
Close it out for now. I'm having, again, as you can see, a real fucking irritated. Bitch, we love you. Oh my God, bitch, I can't believe you just woke up outside on the cement. You look glowing. How about some positivity? Because I have fucking been through the ringer over and over again. You know how much they paid me for that shit? $0.99, bro. Not a fucking dollar. Nothing. You see, I had hustled $7 and saved it for my breakfast this morning, and then they blocked it at McDonald's, would not even fucking let me spend my money or give it back. I'm standing there at McDonald's like, how the fuck? I'm 4 months pregnant. I'm pregnant. I'm hungry. Why are you robbing a pregnant lady? ¿Qué tienes? So I'm going to close it out for now. I'm having, again, as you can see, a real fucking irritated morning. And mostly that begins with, again, I wake up real positive. I tell Xavier, good morning. How are you? He turns like a light switch. Fuck you, bitch. Whoa, what just happened? And again, the 13 weeks of people in my comments being nasty, it directly is reflected in the way Xavier treats me. Xavier doesn't treat me this way normally. So when they start being awful and telling me hurt myself and things like that here, that is exactly when Xavier's behavior changes.
Oh yeah, that's when it changes, huh? It's not just always like that. I hope I added myself properly. Let me try to get this. Yeah, I did.
So again, if you are law enforcement and you believe you do deserve a paycheck for any of your work, and you are actually
I highly doubt that she's like waking up being, oh, good morning, Xavier. I think she just wakes up at 100.
giving this any sort of energy or effort, that's most certainly something to notate. These patterns in the way I'm treated, these patterns in the way I'm targeted, Rico all day. This is most definitely organized. Absolutely, this is organized. And I don't give a fuck if you wear a badge or carry a gun or what the fuck your claim to fame is. I do not lo que sea. I don't fucking care. Just like I told those other two officers after that one man beat the fuck out of me, I said, I am asking you to arrest this man right now. I would like to press charges for assault. Both officers looked at me like, I said, are you deaf? I am pregnant. You just watched this man assault me. I would like to press charges for assault. Please arrest him now. He beat the fuck out of me, broke the wheel off my cart. I was not doing anything. I was doing nothing illegal and nothing immoral. I was.
How is this like a different instance where the wheel got broken off of her cart? Because she did one like recently where she was like, there was fucking the 100 motorcycle or mopeds, unregistered mopeds, and the cops only arrested her and Xavier, or at least talked to them, or I don't know, something. But ended up with like the wheel of her cart being knocked off as well. Is this the same instant? I don't think so. So it's just like another nefarious individual took the wheel off her cart.
Lying down on a yoga mat. We have the body cam footage. Schiller Park Police.
Oh, wait. No, this is the same story, I think.
Neither officer arrested him. As a matter of fact, they continued to abuse me. The woman said, well, you should have fucking listened. Should have listened to what, ma'am? You didn't give me a directive. You charged me with being a vagrant, a homeless person. That is literally what it says on the ticket. What the fuck should I have listened to? You want to give me a house? I'll gladly go inside, bitch. What
you're probably not supposed to be homeless wherever the fuck you were, right?
the fuck? How are you going to write charges against me for not having a home when I had a home and you threw me into the street? Anybody want to try to make this shit make sense for me? Anybody? Where the fuck is Nick Albuquerque? If you're not going to allow me...
Where the fuck is Nick Albuquerque? Come on, where are you? Emailing BCG or someone saying like, me and Heather are not, we don't have a professional relationship anymore. That ship has sailed, son.
To see my lawyer, and you're not going to allow me adequate medical while I'm pregnant. I have been Googling OB-gynecologists since I found that I was pregnant. I already had my prenatal vitamins. I already had my first ultrasound. Everything's good with the baby. I wanted to make sure the baby was okay because I did have some spotting, some blood, the day after I was slammed to the ground by that law enforcement agent. I was terrified. I started crying. I told Xavier, I cannot go through another one of these. I cannot. We just lost twins December 26th. Rest in peace at 20 weeks, 18 weeks, 6 days. So that's 5 months. I was pregnant with 2 babies. They died and I had to deliver them out of my own vagina.
Wow. Xavier being a supportive person. Just giving a kiss to her. I've never seen that. That caught me off guard. I forget what the fuck I was gonna say now. What the fuck was I gonna say? Oh, we've seen all of her interactions with police. I don't think she was probably cooperating. I think this might be maybe her out as well. As like, if I can get a cop to make me miscarriage, then I could probably get a lot of fucking money for it. Maybe that might be a nefarious scheme of hers.
In the shower of an Airbnb and then be ambulance lifted to Swedish Covenant Hospital, where they let me stay for 3 days and threw me right back out. And then I was fired from my job. Fired from my job for sending proof of the loss of life to my
Which you don't need to. So you didn't need to do that. I don't think anyone asked for that.
boss, who I felt like was a close friend more than anything. So I know it wasn't her. I know for a fact it wasn't her. You could try to run game on me all day. There's nothing that you.
Well, she would have had to have told someone else then if it wasn't her. Like, who? That action of yours is the result. Like, is the reason you were fired.
You could say to make me believe. I from spending 4 months next to that woman every single day, I can tell you she's a no nonsense, no bullshit type of person. She's not easily offended. If you come to work and get your fucking job done, she has no problem with you. So who involves themselves to fuck with me and why?
That would make sense, BCG, because I think the only reason I was watching this was I was like, I'm just gonna go to BCG's channel and go to the like very oldest video and just watch it. I think this was it. And I think, yeah. That makes sense.
Anyways, I thought I was going to lose this baby. They slammed me to the ground. I had a little spotting. I went to the hospital. Thank God. Everything was okay. Thank God. The big kids seem okay. They started school. My daughter has a birthday Monday. If anybody wants to donate, Xavier's father owes us $2,000 because he said he'd pay.
Well, how? How does that happen? I would imagine you probably owe that man way more than he ever owes you. What does he owe you money for?
Half of all the Airbnb costs that I paid myself through all my checks that gets here. So he promised he was going to give me a payment so that I could go get my daughter her gift. Her birthday is Monday. My little baby, my younger daughter, is September birthday. So I'm trying to trust that we're back out here waiting on the payment so that I could go get my daughter her gift and go back. If anyone wants to add to that, any donation would be more than welcomed.
I had to, every time I want to pause, I gotta like bump back. I need 2 fucking windows, I think. I love how you screenshot that piece because I was like, I'm scrambling to get to this. Look at it. Look at it.
My Cash App has changed.
What is he doing? What is he doing? What are you doing, YouTube? Just be cooperative. Look at this. Look at this crazy guy. Wow. Whoop. Nah, hold up.
Changed. It's $ Heather GoPro Solo. I'll post it.
What is he doing? He's fascinated by this.
If you cannot donate, I'm not mad at you.
I don't know what. I guess I'm sorry, guys. This might not make any sense to you. But to me, there's just something about that.
Please don't go away just because I asked. I love all you guys who support me. Everyone who takes even a moment to listen to what's going on. That shit means a lot to me. Not a lot of people have a schedule that allows them to spend an hour or 2 hours trying to sift through this shit. It makes me confused and fucking feel hectic. I can only imagine a third party, right? You won't catch me spending my fucking time sitting around listening to 3 hours of someone's live. It ain't shit popping. It's not gonna happen. So thank you to everyone who has involved themselves because simply they think it's wrong. Thank you. For everybody who's here to talk shit, please stop. It's in your own best interest to stop. That's not a threat. Like I said, I am not the boss. I just work here. We're gonna.
Oh yeah, she was threatening people with like a gang. I remember that. I forgot about that.
Go and try to make it to Columbia's Law Library and see what's up. Chicago Public Library is giving 10 free prints to all residents a day. So I'm going to do a special resume where I have a resume. I'm going to divide the paper in 4, an 8x10. So it'll be small, but motherfuckers have magnifying glasses, don't they? But
not any that I know. Did you? When was the last time you met someone who owns a pair of fucking magnifying glasses? Or like, just a magnifying glass in general. A detective maybe from the 1900s?
I'll put my whole resume on one form, a letter of recommendation right next to it, a list of references underneath that, and then what was the last thing? I don't know, my logo or my entertainer profile, something like that, so that it's all together on one page. I already have it designed out. And then I'm just going to go to the library every single day for the next few weeks and print out 10 copies, 10 copies, 10 copies. Getir was the last, regular real job that I've had on paper. Before that, 20 other jobs in the last 4 years that have been sabotaged, gang stalked out of or thrown out of for no reason or whatever the case may be. All this shit has been documented. All of it has been reported. And I just keep doing that because I'm hoping, someday that I do have the legal capacity behind me, to sue the fuck out of all these people. You can't oppress someone out of earning their own income and then follow and stalk them around the street, raping and beating them. That shit is, where are we? This is
No, not in reality, because that's not happening.
The United States of America.
International.
I have been paying
Xavier's trying to correct her. I have seen this clip. This is a beautiful clip. He's saying it's the international states of America. I don't know why. That's what he wanted to contribute to this conversation. It pisses Heather off. She's already in a mood. It's good.
taxes to the United States of America since I was 14 years old. 1/4.
It's the international states of America.
No, it's not.
Probably fucking right.
I don't give a fuck.
I mean, she's right. It's not.
I'm not saying that people are not welcome here. I'm saying it's still the United States of America. We live by a constitution and laws, and those fucking laws and constitutional rights need to be upheld. And if for some reason they're not being upheld, then alterations to the expectation need to be created and communicated. Period. So that's it, you guys. Thank you for listening to me run my mouth and be angry this morning. I'm going to try. I think this really helps me out. I'm going to try not to let the fact that McDonald's robbed the fuck out of me break my spirit. It almost did. I was literally well, where can I find a pile of bricks to ruin someone's life?
Heather, don't be saying that. That's some queen vibes. And I would do it again.
But I'm feeling a little calmer now. And so I want to thank you. And I also want to touch on the fact real quick before I go that wanting to find a pile of bricks and throw it through a window, it's not a rational response. It's also not a normal response because most people are not being chased, raped, beaten, bludgeoned, stabbed, robbed. So it is a normal response for me.
I love how you can document all of this, but none of that. I don't know what world she's living in. It's crazy.
For you sitting on your couch when, your biggest argument is that your husband came home and drank the last sip of iced coffee.
That's a big deal. I mean, if you were in that position, that'd be a big deal to you too.
It's probably not rational. Okay, so reel it the fuck in. Unless you motherfuckers are really getting treated, don't say crazy shit, right? But if you are getting treated like I am, say that shit. Say how the fuck you feel. Let them know that being ignored and beaten and raped makes you feel some type of way. Let them fucking know. Don't do it, but let them fucking know and document it so that you can remember as well, because we are all humans here and we all have fucking rights. All of us. I don't give a fuck where you're from or what color you are, and I don't give a fuck what income bracket you fall in. We all have rights. You guys have a great day. Thank you for listening to me bitch and complain. I owe you one. Have a nice day. This
is the third time she's wrapping up. I don't know if this is the actual end. I have it zoomed in a bit so we can see better. But I remember she was like, all right, I'm gonna go, and then there was 20 minutes left of the fucking stream. And I was like, I gotta go, for reals though.
Again, thank you for.
Oh no, she's actually done. She actually finished. All right, so that was the church rant. Pretty interesting. The next thing we have up here is, what's this one? Screaming lies from the street on Instagram Live on August 28th, 2023. So I haven't seen this one yet either. I'm going to get the other one closed out here, and we'll zoom in a bit so we can see. These are on BCG's channel, by the way. Let me see if I can. Is it doing that thing? Yeah, it's doing that thing. Give me 1 second here. This is the channel. I don't know why it smushes it down when we're looking at 100% normal thing. So go give them a sub if you're liking this stuff. And let's get right into the video.
Legal. This is most certainly unlawful. This is absolutely a violation of my human rights, my civil rights, my constitutional assistance. Where are my sponsors? I had a sponsor. He was trying to sue the state of Illinois for negligence, got me an apartment. I was in there for 4 months before law enforcement, they were fake, not real law enforcement, kicked my fucking door down with a batter ram and threw me into the street. They were not real cops. So I have been being literally gang stalked for a matter of 4 years. I have been being robbed. They have stolen food. They have stolen clothes. They have stolen money. They have stolen peace of mind. They have stolen
Peace of mind.
every fucking thing you can imagine.
How the fuck can you steal someone's peace of mind?
And I have been reduced from a 5-bedroom house with my 3 children where I lived alone as a single parent to this. If that puts it into perspective for you.
I mean, if I was just stopping it like this is the first live I'd ever watched, and you showed me this, I wouldn't know what the fuck I'm looking at. But this is, I think, the cart with the Chicago Fire Department tarp over it, or the tent is just very sad looking today.
This is what I have left. And I didn't even have this. This comes after working
Also, like the perspective, I don't know. I feel like, is this a hat?
20 jobs and using every one of my paychecks to purchase something, the tent, the sleeping bag, the clothing, because I have been robbed so many fucking times. I don't know where the fuck I'm going wrong. I don't know in what planet behavior like this is acceptable. I don't know how the police continue to receive a paycheck when they've done zero investigating on this case. And yes, I do think this case should take precedence to most other cases. Let's talk about it. Home invasion.
Yeah, let's talk about it. What about all the other ones that are like murder, like actual murder, you know?
Rape.
Well, that is an important one. But like every time someone tries to help you with that, you're like, I don't want to talk about it. You're just going to take these bodily fluids on sheets and you're just going to prosecute who I tell you to.
A bludgeoning. Being jumped
We already looked into the bludgeoning. That's
and stabbed. I have been attacked in every fucking way that there is. There are no crimes more violent than the ones I've lived through, other than murder. Literally. And murders are not active cases.
what are you talking about? What? No, if there's a murder, I think like there is normally an active case. You just mean like there's no victim, like you can't save the victim, but you can still bring justice. You still got to find the murderer, Heather.
Once someone is dead, they're dead. I'm still alive, getting fucking abused and tortured.
Okay. Oh my goodness.
What the fuck is it going to take? How many live broadcasts do I need to record begging desperately for assistance before assistance comes? I mean, what is it? Do we need to deploy the National Guard? What needs to happen? And if for all the naysayers in the comments or the haters who are following me in real life, if you don't think that this situation is a matter of national security, domestic terrorism, obstruction of justice, etc., and so forth.
Domestic terrorism. I could have put that in etc. and so forth. We got a lot of bingo card fucking squares listed off right there.
I challenge you to switch spots with me for 3 weeks. I promise you wouldn't make it. And I've been doing this for 4 years. I want to press charges. I need assistance. What the fuck is it going to take? So now I'm pregnant. I have 3 ultrasounds. I have a bunch of positive pregnancy tests. I've gone to Northwestern Hospital, my own
Why do you need more than okay. I got a bunch of positive pregnancy tests.
private physician's office, First Community Hospital, Rush Hospital. All of this shit is on file. There is no question. I finally,
Well, that would have made me suspicious. You saying all that? It's definitely a real pregnancy, okay? I wasn't questioning it until you said I have multiple pregnancy tests, okay?
after 4 or 5 weeks, maybe even more, of calling for OB-gynecology referrals, found an OB-gynecologist out of St. Joe's. So we're shifting all of our stuff to the Lincoln Park area from where we were in the West Loop. And just so that we can be close to my doctor who's going to deliver the baby. And hopefully I can find employment. I last found a job at LA Fitness in Lakeview Everything was great there. I got a call from Car Santos after a week of working there saying, quote, your background check came back and HR.
There's nothing to win if you win. A good job. Good job. No, if we do want to do a bingo night, like an actual bingo night, where like, I don't know. We could do it a couple different ways. Like I could do like a set pot. I did this for the James Soroka people, where we pulled in money and then I think it was $60 that ended up being the winner got $60. It was Scary Carrie won that actually. And if you guys like wanted to pitch like $1 in or something, and then the winner gets the pot for bingo, I could set it up. But then I have to make sure there's individual bingo cards for each one, and then so like we can check them so it's fair and everything. Because right now it's just randomized. There's only 30 of them, and then a bunch of people could win. So that I'm gonna go broke. You know what I'm saying? But we could set up a bingo thing.
Said you can no longer work here. I asked for a copy of the background check. He refused. I called HR LA Fitness and they said, and I quote, and I did this live. If you guys go back, I was at the Freehand Hotel. LA Fitness's HR said that Car Santos is no longer with the company, that he was let go for misconduct, and that there was never even a request for my background check filed. So they're throwing me out of paid employment. They're leaving me in a very dangerous outdoor state of oppression and abuse when I've been on my own supporting myself and putting a roof over my head since I was 14 years old, and I'm 36 years old now. No, I haven't had plastic surgery. I look young because I have Radiesse, Botox, and Juvederm.
Did anyone ask? What?
Yes, I paid for it out of my own pocket. Yes, I was employed at a 6-figure job before all of this began, selling renewable energy.
Dylan's scam job?
Solar energy, wind energy, etc. and so forth. Also deregulated energy. Do you want to know the difference? That's not the purpose of this, but
I want to know the difference. You tell me, Heather.
I can tell you. Deregulated energy is energy purchased from the supplier that may or may not be clean energy.
She's giving us her sales pitch that Dylan taught her. Okay. It may or may not be clean energy, but it's deregulated. What can I do with this energy, Heather? Tell me.
Renewable energy.
No, you got to tell me what we got to do with the other energy first.
She comes from sources that are renewable and in many cases clean, like solar, like wind farms, etc. and so forth. So the difference between deregulated and clean is that clean energy is a renewable resource, and it comes from ways that don't pollute the environment.
There must be a third one that's regulated energy that isn't renewable. What's that one?
Deregulated energy, it can still be coming from the use of burning fossil fuels or coals, and it's purchased in large quantities at a low amount so that companies can resell it. Okay, that's the difference. In addition to selling energy, I also worked at multiple area hospitals for more than 15 years, Northwestern downtown, Alexian Brothers.
I don't think I learned anything about energy, guys.
Gottlieb Hospital. When all of this began for me in 2015, the very first nefarious involvement with internal affairs and the detectives that dragged me off of the street, questioning me about things I have no idea about. It more so felt as though they were briefing me, like if they wanted me to be an FBI agent or something, and they were briefing me on the case.
I'm sure that's exactly what they were doing. They saw you out in the streets here, and they're like, we need someone like Heather Gillespie on our team, bro.
But I'm not an FBI agent. I'm a single stay-at-home mom. Okay.
Stay-at-tent mom, yep.
Okay. So besides all of my professional licensures and experience, and my college education, and my proven track record of success, and the hundreds of people.
Proven track record of success is why I'm living on the streets with Xavier, a man I have told you guys many times I hate, but they are just making me stay with them, whoever they are.
That I have who have written me letters of recommendation, including physicians, including unemployed other single moms.
I don't think anyone cares about a physician or an unemployed single mom giving you a job recommendation to anywhere, really. Like maybe if the physician was like, she can lift 50 pounds, no problem. And like that was a job requirement. That's the only thing I could see that. Why the fuck would I care if an unemployed mom is recommending you to work for me? Why? What?
Everyone under the sun from 0 income to 6 figures has written me a letter of recommendation.
Well, then just focus on the ones with like, what the fuck? Did Gary Vee write her a letter of recommendation? I would like to see just one letter of recommendation.
I am a good person and I have proven myself. I am tired of sitting outside in the fucking dirt. My daughter just started her senior year of high school. My youngest daughter just started her 3rd grade year or 2nd grade year. I don't even know. That's how fucked up you people have me. That is not okay. My youngest daughter is 9 years old. All 3 of my children were in my custody full time. Their fathers were weekend fathers. How do you think it affects my 3 small children to be ripped away from their mother and watch on?
Do we have them? Do we have them somewhere? The letters of the letters? I don't know if they're actually real letters or she just wrote them.
Line all the reports of her being raped, assaulted, beaten, robbed. What do you think my kids think? Why don't the police help my mom?
Oh, she forged it. Oh my god, that's not good. I'm not surprised. Why? What do you mean? Why wouldn't the police help your mom? I gotta focus my attention better. I'm gonna put this back a couple of seconds. That's very good.
Line all the reports of her being raped, assaulted, beaten, robbed. What do you think my kids think? Why don't the police help my mom? What's going on? You don't think children wonder that shit?
Ah, okay. Not her mom, but that's what she's saying it through the child's perspective. That's what. And yeah, no worries, PC. If it's like too much work, don't worry. Like it's not like super important. I'm just curious.
And I, being the mom, have to make up some shit. It's okay, babe. They're working on it.
They are working on it. They're the same they that put me in this position. They're working to get me out of it.
It's okay. Don't worry. It's being handled. It's not fucking being handled. No one to this day has contacted me. What the fuck is going on here? You know, but for the sanity and health of my children, can you please put this on the street for me so I can start pushing? I can do this live broadcast from anywhere, please. But for the sake of my children, you know, I have to.
She's multifaceted like that. She can do this anywhere.
Like I've always said, if you guys have been fans for the longest, you know my parenting style is give them the truth, but alter it to their level of understanding. You're not going to tell a 17-year-old, no, I'm not being raped and beaten and robbed and abused when
Why would a 17-year-old need to know that?
there are published copies of police reports and that has happened to you.
I don't think she'd be looking that up. I don't think that's crossed her 17-year-old mind. I know when I was 17, that's not something that was on my mind if my mom was getting fucking raped. Like, what the fuck are you talking about, Heather?
You're going to tell your kid, yeah, it happened, but I'm okay. Look at me. You see me? I'm fine, right?
No, don't look fine at all.
You're going to put a smile on your fucking face and some war paint, and you're going to pretend like you're fine. Because at the end of the day, your kids are fine if you're fine. So be fine, right? I'm not fucking fine. What the fuck? Who the fuck would be fine after all that? But I keep going. Every fucking day I keep going. How many days since all-
This would almost be inspirational if she wasn't like a fraud. You know what I mean? Like, at times, like, I find it hard for me to disagree. She's like, I'm resilient. I'm going to make it through it, blah, blah, blah. But, you know, you just sit and do the same shit every fucking day. But it sounds very inspiring in some parts.
all this began, have you seen me just laying around? Less than 5.
This is what you're doing right now. You're just bitching.
And I've been pregnant twice, lost twin babies, beaten, bludgeoned, stabbed 11 times, among other things. I have not gotten a chance to rest since this began. And I want to remind you all, I have no criminal record. I have no substance abuse issues. If I were a convicted felon,
I don't know why she lies about that. Like you just said, there's police reports and they're public and whoa, whoa, whoa. It's like, yeah, the same with your charges. So your own logic, man. Think about it. Think about it, Heather.
Or on parole or probation, do you think this would be allowed?
What?
No. If I went out and beat the fuck out of a person right now and caught an assault case, do you think I'd be wondering where would be coming from? No, I would not. So I want all of you who are still sleeping to understand that by us as a society not having systems in place for the homeless or for people being oppressed, we are directly opening the door for them to commit additional crimes in order for their survival. No human being, no animal for that matter, is going to just lay there and die. It is not a regular biological response. Animalistically, humans, animals, whomever, we're going to fight for our lives. We're going to fucking fight for our lives, period. If that means running in a store and stealing a meal, motherfucker, that's what's going to happen. If it means running in a clothing store and robbing them for all their designer bags and then selling them on eBay. Hello, BLM. Hello. Hello. Do I really need to be the one to say it?
No, why is she mad at BLM at the why? What? Hold on, Heather. That's a good. We got to get that as a thumbnail one of these days. I got the letters of recommendation as well, guys. But why? Let's find out why she's mad at BLM. No, Heather, you shouldn't be the one to say this.
Why do you think all those stores got robbed during BLM? Why do you think all those people rioted during BLM? Because you have a demographic of person who is not being serviced in any way, who law enforcement won't respond to in any way, who are being victimized and left to die in poverty. But then you're shocked when push comes to shove and they shut the entire downtown area down to loot, to mob, to sell bags on eBay so they can feed their families. Where the fuck are we living that you people are more angry about the broken windows of the stores than you are the tremendous groups of people starving to death? Who are you fucking people? Let's have a junta. I want to meet you face to face. I'm tired of addressing these situations with peace and calm and being nice and soft-spoken. No one gives a fuck when you come correct. You have to come ignorant as hell to be heard. Ignorant.
Wait, she said that before somewhere. I mean, I have that clip was in like I'm having a flashback now because there was a mystery stream. I thought Heather was gonna win the mystery stream actually, but Queen of Spade won it. And I put in the like trailer for that. I was like, choose your character, and that was in there, but I've never seen this, so I don't even know how I found that clip.
And I'm tired of looking ignorant because I'm not ignorant. I'm smart and I'm kind and I'm worthy and I'm abundant. And no one should be living life this way. No one.
She's definitely abundant. I wouldn't say she's kind at all.
Let alone a pregnant woman who has done nothing to society other than be a servant. My entire fucking life, my door has always been open. My fridge has always been open. I have cooked. I have taken care of. I have offered a sofa for. I have babysat. No one pays me to be a good person. You think motherfuckers are putting food in my fridge? No. It's me saying, no, I don't have any extra. But you know what? I can go get a box of pasta and 3 pounds of ground turkey and a jar of sauce, and I can cook for 5 or 10 people. You guys hungry? Here you go. Now, let me ask you, if everyone in the world...
So why do you need so much money from your sponsors to do the other shit? You know what I mean?
And I'm at a financial disadvantage, but I have still done that my entire life. Always. If everyone in the world did that, would we have anyone starving? The statistics are correct when they say 1 in 28. Do you know what that refers to? One homeless person for every 28 vacant properties. 28. That's 28 empty freestanding facilities. Empty. No one lives in for every one homeless person. Why do we have homeless people again?
Because they can't conform to society, at least enough to not be homeless. Like, Heather is a very crazy person. James is a very crazy person as well. But you have to hit a certain level. It's not just like they want to make homeless people. It's not an ideal thing to have anywhere, really.
Seems like we have no need for anyone to be outside on the street, correct? At the end of the day, everyone who continues to go into my comments and perpetuate false narratives is 1000% guilty of slander, of libel, of felony, RICO, organized crime, premeditated crime, where you are getting on my business pages, following me online and in real life, saying lies about who I am as a person. That affects my ability to make sales, that affects my ability to survive, that affects my ability to feed my children. Get the fuck out of my comments and go bring yourself to the police station. Ask them to charge you for being a piece of fucking shit. Because I'm sick of addressing you.
Yeah, just walk yourself over to the police station and ask to be charged for being a piece of shit. It works like every time, guys. I've done it so many times.
Get the fuck out of my comments. Bye. For anyone who has anything of value to offer to this situation, as per usual, my DM is always open, always. For the rest of you, like I said, pick a time and place. I don't get into fights. I've never been in a fist fight in my life. Pick a time and place. Let's have this conversation as intellectuals.
She fought the people with the stab. She spit on them. She was like, "You want to take it outside?" She initiated the fight. I've never been in a fist fight.
In person. I'll even buy you a coffee. I'm sure my sponsors would spring for it.
I'm sure they would.
All these strong opinions you people have about.
I would have a coffee with Heather. You guys want? Don't know. I would pay for myself to go have a coffee with Heather. But like, I don't know. Something bad would probably happen.
Motherfuckers who are actually good, hardworking, intelligent, proven, reliable, strong, moral, ethical, kind people. I want to meet with you. I want to meet with you all. Because at the end of the day, this campaign that I'm running goes on for life. And it's called What's Your Impact? And when I'm done with this live, I'm going to circulate a little piece of art that I created under GoPro Solo, my production company, entitled What is Your Impact? And I really want you all to shut the fuck up in my comments and go grab a piece of notebook paper and answer that question from the bottom of your heart. You don't have to show me. What has your impact been on others, on society, on yourself, on your family, on your place of business? When you're sitting here in the comments with your miserable fucking Heather, be nice, be nice, be nice. When you're clearly.
Who's telling Heather to be nice? I mean, like, that's just I don't think Heather has it in her bones to be nice. But it was like, I think this is the original one. Colleen answers, like, why does she always have her lip up while she's rambling? She's always looks like a model. She's trying to look like a model, yeah. Really, she looks like an Elvis on a bender, and that's all I see is the fucking teeth. Even more, yeah. I read Blender for a second. I don't know why, but no, Elvis on a bender. Yeah, it's like the duck lips. That's what it's called.
Hurting. So you decide to get in my comments and be awful to me and affect my ability to do business and my ability to continue on with life without wanting to hurt myself or cry all day, etc. and so forth. What's your impact? Are you doing anything positive for the world, for yourself, for me, for anyone? Because it seems like you are involved in an orchestrated and premeditated attempt to cause bodily harm, psychological distress, and
is this me or is this? It's her, I think. I still see comments going. Yeah. That's a very abrupt end. Anyways, this is a documentary about Boogie. Wait a second. Maybe it's not the one I was thinking of. Anyways, oh, right. Okay, so I have a letter of recommendation here. Give me 1 second. Whoa, come on. Computer. I was going to say YouTube. Not YouTube's fault. There was another one, but it was too blurry. Like it wasn't legible. Hold on 1 second. I'm just going to see if I can maybe enhance it or maybe not. Let me just check, see if there's another one. If not, that's okay though. We at least got this one. So this is the one Heather G at Gmail attached document. So this is regarding a letter of recommendation for Heather Gillespie. I am writing this letter of recommendation on behalf of Heather Gillespie. I have known Miss Gillespie for the past 3 years, during which she has worked as a medical assistant for my endocrinology practice at Chicago Lake Shore Medical Associates, a division of Northwestern Medicine. Yeah, this was pretty blurry too, but I think I can still make it out. I'm used to having blurry vision anyway, so it's kind of fun. During the time that Miss Gillespie worked with me, she had proven herself to be an extremely intelligent, hardworking individual. She has consistently impressed me with her quick ability to master new skills and knowledge, and her ability to manage a growing workload. During our time together, she has aptly taken on additional responsibilities with 2 other physicians in our medical group without difficulty. In addition, she has repeatedly shown interest, initiative, and skill in assisting with patient education, specifically education of glucometer and insulin. I don't know what that word is. It's too blurred. Insulin vibes. Kenny might know what this might be. She is an extremely energetic, highly motivated, detail-oriented, and a hardworking individual who will undoubtedly succeed in whatever endeavor she sets her name to. So this is apparently not the letter. Like, she wrote this herself. Please do not hesitate to contact me at this number if you need any additional information. Sincerely, Renee, medical doctor at this place. So the doctor apparently wrote back and was like, that's full of shit. Give me 1 second here. Where is JC? From her LinkedIn. She does have great reviews of salad tossing skills. She does. I remember reading this. It's just like, she toss a great salad. Yeah, so the other one, I can pull it up, but maybe if you guys can read it. I can't read it. Share this one. So this was the oh, maybe I could make this out. Hold on, I'll try. To whom it may concern, it is my pleasure to recommend Heather Gillespie for employment as a medical assistant at your practice. Something with the Chicago. Yeah, I can't read this. This one is past my blurred limit, but those were the letters of recommendation apparently. So now the next one that I have for us today is actually the California journey. Is this the right one? Hold on. I'm just going to check. It's not. Yeah. Heather's Walk to California. This is on Crazy Train's channel. So if you like this, go check Crazy Train out. Give her a sub. But before we do that, what time are we at right now? 1 hour 47? Okay. What we could do, we could do a little break. I can get some stuff. Smoke a little session quickly here. And then when we get back, we can start the walk to California. This is 46 minutes. So like, I don't know if we're going to get through it all. This will be the last video of the night. I'll try to get through to the end. I'm going to close everything else out here. I did have another one up, but that's another 42. Yeah, there's no way we're getting through that one. Let's get like an image up. Recap of Heather and Xavier's walk from Chicago to California. And can we make this more centered? Oh, come on. Whoa. All right. So let me... I'll put some music on for you guys. And we'll do... I guess I don't need to be... I don't need to say any of this. All right, guys. I'll see you in like 5 minutes-ish. 5 minutes? Yeah, about 5 minutes. You guys want to listen to a different song? Here, we'll listen to this song. Okay, there we go. All right, so this is the walk to California, which apparently has some good stuff in it. So I'm excited. Why is the play button there? Okay, it is working. Am I working? Am I here? Yes, I'm here. Okay. Okay, so Crazy Train says, sorry guys, some quality on certain clips isn't the greatest in the first part of this video, about 10 minutes. That's okay. I accidentally deleted some of the original files, so some of the clips are from my private videos on YouTube. That's fine too. You may also hear background music during some parts, and you'll notice I blurred some sections where I added my original commentary. That's fine. That's all good. There's no worries there. And that was my music playing on break. It was. I'm gonna skip ahead.
Xavier and I. Xavier.
She looks creepy there.
We're going on a road trip.
Los Angeles.
2,000. How many miles?
2000.
A lot. And 28 days of walking.
2048.
2048.
27 days.
27 days. That's the math they came up with. It took James way longer. And James can move. James is on the move all the time.
27 days. How many states do we pass through? 6, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 states. 27 days. 2,000 miles. What's going on, guys? For everyone who follows my channel, you might already know Xavier and I are leaving Chicago today in about 2 or 3 hours, and we are heading to LA.
Why is her nose so red? Is that just the style she's going for? She's like, I want my nose to be as red as my hair, so I'm just going to do a bunch of drugs or like put lipstick on my nose.
And we are walking to LA. Walking to LA, leaving.
Feet peace. Well, this is literally James's sign. Was like feet peace.
Today.
Such weird. It's so weird.
Xavier, do you want to say hi to them? Are you excited?
Yes.
How excited are you?
Very excited. Taking around.
Very excited. He's very, very excited. So, send me some money, bro. I'm hungry. I want to buy.
Was she taking the carts with her on her way to California?
Buy a burger for lunch. Help us. Well, we are walking to LA, day 2. We've only gone about 60 miles so far, and the reason for that is because I had to stop and say hi to my kids yesterday. I did get to see the 2 big ones. I haven't been able to see the baby since about, I would say, February of this year. So I talk to them every day. I see him on video chat.
Do you guys ever like think about gout? I've never thought about gout really in my life.
But in person, and I haven't seen him since around Christmas, Valentine time of this year. And again, that's due to the very dangerous situation that has been transpiring around me. I'm walking to LA to try to get away from it. It's homecoming for my kids. Happy homecoming. I never got to attend school dances as a teenager. So it's always been a dream of
I think this is copyright-free music. I think we're good. I think that's good. That's good.
mine, to be there with my kids for their special days and events. Since I was robbed of all that opportunity as a teenager, as a child. Again, I have no criminal record. I have no problem with substance. I'm just dealing with a shitty situation, trying to make the best of it. Me and Xavier, well, I've been really cranky. So far. So hopefully today we could crack some jokes, listen to some music, and just make it a better day, more enjoyable. I love you guys. If you guys can donate, please do. Any little bit helps. I really need to wash my clothes. 2 out of 4 pairs of my pants smell like urine. And you guys know I'm super OCD. It really bothers me. I've cried about it about 3 times. So I love you guys. Have a great day. I just want everyone to back the fuck up, leave me alone, and back the fuck up. It's very simple. I'm leaving the state. I'm walking to California because I've been arrested in Illinois with 0 assistance from police.
Then why'd you go back there? It's your kids are there, right? The kids are she's not supposed to see were there. I'm pretty sure that's the reason, right? Okay, I went through.
I'm even being sucked and harassed by the law, who never arrests me. Like, please, cop, please lock me up. I love to go inside.
Why is the filter's like very not believable? And why is she asking to go to jail?
I've been outside for 40 fucking days with barely any showers or meals. Please.
How many days in are we? 3 days, and she's already just wants to get locked up. Those filters, why would you even use those filters? All right, we're gonna take a quick, we're gonna put a pin in this real quick, just because I got a more clear image of the letter of recommendation. So that I think this is another either fake letter of recommendation, or I don't know. I don't know if this is the doctor saying we never did it. It says that it's my pleasure to recommend, so I'm assuming this is another fake one. But it says, to whom it may concern, it is my pleasure to recommend Miss Heather Gillespie for employment as a medical assistant in your practice. She worked directly with me at Chicago Lakeshore Medical Associates as a medical assistant in the field of rheumatology for nearly 2 years. Heather's been an invaluable member of our staff, and she would be an asset to any organization, no matter how. I'm showing this right. Okay, yeah. No matter how challenging the situation, Heather steps in and manages with an "I can do it" attitude. When other medical assistant moved unexpectedly, Heather added to her already full workload by taking on 2 additional doctors. She has an impressive ability to focus and multitask while maintaining positive relationships with patients in person and on the phone. Heather's strong communication skills have benefited our practice tremendously. Yeah, because she has, I'm sure she's great fucking communication skills, guys. Just like me. I'm trying to say that sentence right there. She can explain difficult medical concepts to patients. She couldn't explain renewable energy, including thyroid conditions and adrenal insufficiency. I've personally witnessed her discussions with patients, and they are always medically correct and engender a sense of genuine care for the patients with whom she interacts. This is like this is a whole thing. While she worked with me in rheumatology, I don't know if I'm saying that right, she took initiative and single-handedly created our patient education handouts. I appreciate that she took her own time to make these patient-friendly resources, and my patients have appreciated gaining a better understanding of their complex diagnosis. Heather consistently goes above and beyond and is expected. What is expected of her? Furthermore, Heather is very organized. You can tell by the way she keeps her cart and her novel and all that other crap. She's super organized, guys. She completes all work assigned to her, and she manages to juggle a multitude of phone calls, mailings, injections, prior authorizations, and lab result communications with patients. For instance, her strong organization skills allow our practice to run smoothly and reflect positively on our practice as a whole. In summary, I highly recommend Heather for your group. Blah 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 blah. blah. You can contact me directly at this number. Is this her number? Is this why it's a scam? I don't know. But that is, I just want to show you guys that because I couldn't read it before. It was too blurry. And now we'll go back to California. It's going to go do that. Oh, no, it didn't. Yeah, it whipped around. Give me 1 second here. I'll put it back.
And I tell him, if you don't want to fucking stay with me on the low, not telling people our location, you need to walk the other way. Go somewhere else. Leave me alone. He says okay and expresses understanding and then gets right back on the phone with the ops, telling them where I'm at and what the fuck I'm doing. If I this motherfucker, no, that I've given him every fucking chance. No, know that shit. If I kill this bitch, know that it's because he's letting people know who want to hurt me where I am at.
She looks so crazy with the filter. I don't know. It's driving me nuts. I don't think we should be calling anybody. I don't want to be the guy responsible for that. Don't be calling people. Be like, Steve told me. Heather recommended for a thing. I mean, like, you guys are adults, but I wouldn't recommend it.
Please and thank you. FTR. FTR, this lying ass nigga. Straight liar. I'm walking to Kelly. I already told
Heather used the N-word again. That's the second time I've heard Heather use the N-word. That's very naughty. Don't do that, Heather.
him about 50 times, don't fucking walk with me if you're a lying ass bitch. If I'm gonna fall asleep and my pills are gonna come up missing. If I'm gonna fall asleep and my money's gonna come up missing. If you're not gonna keep any of the promises that you've made. Every time his fucking phone rings, he goes and walks 30 feet away and says, what's that? What's that? What's that? So you're talking to your father, but you have to walk 30 feet away so that I can't hear the conversation. And now he feels that at 37 years of age, this man is 37 years old.
What is happening here? Oh, okay. That's Xavier, right? Why is Xavier up? Like, what's he doing? What is this?
He needs to tell his father the route that we're taking.
Oh, he's on the phone with his father, and he has one ear, I guess, plugged because she's screaming from very far away, and he's still like, I gotta get further away, and I can't hear what you're saying. I'm assuming, yeah, if he's funding this crazy trip, he's gonna want to know where his fucking kid is, his man-child kid.
You need to fucking leave me alone.
Xavier.
Okay, okay.
Take a picture.
Remind
He's like a pack mule.
you motherfuckers. Every photo on here has been curated by myself while also dealing with unlawful eviction, being raped, robbed, beaten repeatedly, sadness, depression, being separated from my children for no reason that makes sense legally or ethically while I have legal custody. No money, I'm hungry as fuck. I do this shit. Send me some money, bro. I'm hungry. I want to buy a burger for lunch. Help us. Xavier's already hungry. We only been walking an hour. Xavier, tell the people how hungry you are. Hungry. Arvis has.
Oh, that's the Halloween music that I use. Yeah. YouTube gives us content creators all the same music. So I'll be like hearing songs and be like, I use this song. We did it for it's a spooky Halloween, guys.
2 for 7 on the Euros. Let's see. Xavier's already done a taste test.
I got you a doctor.
Now we've popped his Wendy's cherry, McDonald's breakfast cherry, and Arby's cherry. What do you
I got
think?
you a doctor.
What's your favorite?
Curly fries.
What?
Large curly fries.
No. From McDonald's, Wendy's, or Arby's?
Jewel.
I want you guys to know that I look and feel like total asshole because I don't get to wake up and shower and throw on makeup and sit down and have a nice breakfast and some coffee. I wake up in a tarp, which we're trying to fix right now. So we're looking for some sort of other situation, a tent or something, because it's too cold and the tarp is getting soaking wet. But we're at Home Depot right now. And if you guys want to help us on our journey to Cali, please screenshot the next screen. This is what we're in need of right now.
No, I guess we don't get to see that part.
Look at how pretty this is. And then the contrast. The busy
It's a road, yeah? What do you want the road to look like, Heather?
road.
Are you not walking on the road as well? Like, is it not safer than... There's bears in California. There's a fucking bear in the flag, right? There's bears in California, I'm pretty sure. Like, I think it's good to have a road here. The animals are going to leave you alone.
The nature, the babbling brook. Look at this. Is that not like a babbling brook, or what do they call that? A babbling brook right there, no?
A river?
So pretty. All right, you guys, for the update, Xavier and I just got some snacks at Walmart. We spent like $20 and we got enough meals for the rest of the day. Some sopa, some tuna, some Kind bars, some coffee, protein, etc., and so forth. We are walking through Batavia. I believe we are on the far west end of Batavia. So we are making progress for sure. We are walking through Batavia. I believe we are on the far west end of Batavia. We're somewhere between 60 and 70 miles out from the city. And again, that's all been by foot. So I'm looking for creative ways to save time. Maybe like we could hitchhike, not hitchhike, but maybe a kind person would offer us a ride for like 1 mile or like to the next light. Just so that we could save up time here and there. And I'd be willing to accept little rides like 5-10 minutes.
Water Dempsey, how you doing? Hope you're having a great Friday.
Rides the entire way. Because I would love to make it there in under 21 days if possible. Google says 27. We're pushing it to the limit. Look at how they walk. Can you guys see them? There's two. I think they're a husband and his wife.
What are they, ducks?
There and there.
Oh, we're around the 10 minutes though. Crazy Train warned us about this. I mean, like, her camera's not that good, I don't think, anyways, because they're using all these like hand-me-down phones. I wonder what they are.
You guys, oh my God, they look like flamingos, but they're not pink.
Herrings? Are there herrings, or what's that other thing called? I think herrings.
It's so crazy. We don't have that in the city, do we? All right. We had to stop and take a little break for a snack. And
You mean James with the koi? I've never seen a koi. What did I do with the koi?
someone stole my knife, so I haven't been able to peel my cucumbers. So if there's pesticide on them, blame the person who stole my knife when I'm dead. And lastly, I need to trim my toenails, because if you've ever walked across the country before, you would know that if your toenails are even just a
I mean, it's easy to get me mixed up with James. I get it.
tiny bit long, and I'll show you guys my toenails in a second. They're not that long, but like the little bit long that they are, I'm getting an ingrown toenail already and like chopping up the skin on the sides of my toe. So I'm going to do a little mini pedi really quick, and then we'll be on our way.
Just eating a cucumber.
FTR. Okay, so this is not a joke, you guys. The last time I went and got a pedicure, the lady literally looked at me in my face and said to me, I said, do you have a razor? And she literally looked at me back and said, we're not allowed to use that.
You're not going to use a razor on your feet.
Like, I'm sorry, that's the only reason I would pay for it. Do you think that I'm paying $50 for a pedicure so you could paint my fucking nails?
Yeah. You want them to take a razor to your foot?
No, I need the razor.
Do you mean like a, what are those, porous stones or something? Papa stone? What the fuck is that thing called? I don't know. But it like, you don't put a razor to your foot, lady.
Look at the bottom of my feet right now, okay? I want everyone to see. Look.
She means a blade? You guys are saying in chat that you, pumice. Thank you, Xavier's Chacos. But you guys put razors to your feet? What part of your foot are you putting a razor to? For a pedicure? What are you guys talking about? This is, I've never had a pedicure. I don't know what this is. Many places have outlawed it. Outlawed the razor? Yes? Oh my, I don't know. This is a very, I'll Google it. Hold on.
Do you guys see that? You guys, I just checked my Cash App right now. We had 7 new donations ranging from $1 to $25. You guys are everything to me. Thank you so much. You have no idea. Absolutely no idea. That's the shit that keeps us going. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you so much. Even that dollar is just as appreciated as the 25. I know.
It's like a cheese grater. I'm looking at, I said razor foot pedicure in Google. Here, I'll just show you guys. Like there's a cheese grater over here, and then there's like this thing that you would like shave your face with, but I guess it's for your foot. And then this is, I don't know what the fuck this is, or that, or this, or that. But I'm learning. Don't put razors to your feet, guys. Like, your foot can just be chilling. Like, it's a foot. I've never put a razor to my foot, and I'm still alive, you know? Wow, that just blows my mind. The things I learn on these streams.
You know, that we can't all do as much as we'd like for each other. If it was up to me, I'd have $1,000 to each of you guys in all your accounts. So anyways, just taking the time to set up a Cash App, or even say, hey, sorry, I wish I could help you. There's nothing I could do with cash. Can I send you something else? You guys are
the only time that I've seen that I think they would need to do a razor to foot, like Chris Anonymous's dad had crazy feet, and then they had to like chop the things off of his feet. But you guys probably have normal feet. You know what I'm saying? I'll stop about the razors.
real MVPs. So we love you guys. Thank you so much. Guys. Cutie. You guys coming with us to Cali? Or should we just catch you on the way back? Okay. Well, get some rest. We love you, and we'll come back with sugar cubes and carrots. I wonder who wrote that. Looks like they're having a problem with rapists and racist cops
Fuck 12. What?
out here in Kane County. That should be investigated.
That's the conclusion she came to? Okay.
You can only see what. Here I am with no filter.
Okay.
No.
Why'd you do that with their eyes? Oh, guys, no filter.
I wasn't making fun of the filter face. I'm just saying.
Yes. We've been walking now for, I think, 4.
I know Gravenhurst. Yeah, that's not too far for me. Snow is it snowed like yesterday and the day before. I'm all melted today. Today was actually really nice. But what were you doing in Gravenhurst? Gravenhurst is not too bad. It's pretty small, I think.
Days. We're almost 2/3 of the way to Iowa. Lakeshore Drive to Pacific Ocean. Hi, babies. Hello. What's wrong? I love you.
Is that Heather? It's a weird voice I've never heard come out. That's how Heather talks to cows. I've never heard her talk to anything else like that or use this voice.
Hi. Okay, so if you guys have been following
That was
for
weird.
a
Hold on.
long, I love you.
Is that how she talks to her kids?
Hi. Okay, so if you guys have been following for a while, you're aware
It's just, I want to eat them.
that there was a lot of corruption with regards to my life that began in 2015 when I was exploited by an officer. I'm sorry, also extorted by an officer for information that I didn't really have. And he was basically like, do whatever you need to do to get the information or I'm taking away your children. So I was like 4 parts pissed off because it's like, number one, I'm not a trick. What other people do is none of my business unless they're causing harm to someone, you know, in front of me. It's not my problem, nor is it my concern. I have 3 children. You know, I'm a single young mother. I have other things I need to be worried about. 2, how dare you extort me? 3, how dare you exploit me? And 4, you're an officer. I'm supposed to be able to trust you. So that was just the tip of the iceberg when it comes to the corruption. I was also, you know, promised that when Dylan came home in 2019, everything would be better. And
Who promised you that, though? Crazy Dylan, who told you to go, you know, trick yourself out or whatever the kids say these days because he's a cuck. Yeah, your words. These are all your words.
I wouldn't be pushed around anymore and used and abused, so to speak. At the end of the day, you know, that didn't happen. So I got jumped and stabbed by 3 women. I got beaten by a man with a tire iron. The police did nothing. And all of this came as a result of the unlawful use of my ex as a confidential informant. But since 2019, I've been unlawfully displaced from my home, thrown into the street, resulting in additional abuse, additional rape. And I just decided, after calling literally every resource Chicago has to offer, and this is all documented if you go back to the One Heather GEE which was my original Insta, or the HLG Forever underscore. This can all be documented every day since 2019. This has been ongoing. You know, I have 3 children and I've always kept a roof over their head and my own. Okay, sorry, I had to make sure it was recording because Insta's fucking with me today for some reason.
Maybe because you're out in the middle of nowhere. I can't imagine like cell data reception is that good. Depending on your carrier. I don't know what carrier she's with actually. How does she pay a phone bill? I guess Xavier, right? Or the sponsors. The sponsors are paying the phone bill to keep up this crazy show.
This is like my 30th time re-recording this. They just won't let it post. Anyways.
Yeah, they're at it again.
The point is, I have been fighting tirelessly through the most corrupt and abusive circumstances just to get my life back. And Illinois as a state, the police system in Illinois, and the court system. I have police reports on file. I have all the medical records proving the stabbings, the beatings, the rapes, repeated robberies. I called Detective Rojas with Lombard to ask about follow-up as recently as a month ago, and she said there has been nothing, not a single bit of investigation. So
it's probably like, we already told him we're not going to investigate this because it's a whole bunch of baloney, or you won't cooperate with us, or I don't fucking know. But it amazes me that you're out in the world, you're out of Chicago, and this is all you can think about. This is just singing the same old song and dance, but on the road. It's just a different background. Very interesting.
That's what urged me to get the fuck out of there and head towards Cali and find someone who can help with this. I'm not just going to go the rest of my life accepting that my children don't live with me. What?
Why put the filter on? The filter's over the sunglasses.
Up, you guys. It's Heather Coco Senza. So I'm super tired. I need all the vibes and like energy and sunshine and good vibes that I can get, please, right now, because we've been looking for the gas station for 4 hours. I'm so hungry. Like, I'm starving. We ate breakfast at like 8 or 9 a.m., maybe 10. I haven't eaten since, and my blood sugar's been dropping low. That's why I ended up at Delnor by ambulance the other day. So we're lost. God, please help us and guide us. We have no snacks. I need something ASAP. Amen. So I have a huge announcement for you guys that I'll be
Hey, I see Xavier.
making once I cross the border into Iowa.
Xavier!
In the next day or so. I'm trying to push it and make
He's like Emilio.
it over the border today. We opened up part of the challenge that we could accept rides from people. Xavier says, but only if they have a pickup truck.
Oh, so you guys can ride in the back of the pickup truck? I've done that a couple times. It's scary.
So
Both ride in the back.
that's what we're on right now. We're trying to make it to Iowa. So far we've
So you guys can like jump out of it, James Bond style. Like, it's more dangerous if you're in the back of a pickup truck. I'd imagine they could just go like super high speed and then take you in the middle of nowhere. And then what are you gonna do? You're gonna run in the middle of nowhere? What if they have guns? I don't know. This is just an odd request. They don't have that much stuff. Like, I don't know.
walked probably
Nitpicky.
70, 80 and accepted
there,
one
dude.
ride for like 4 or 5 miles. But I'm hoping, fingers crossed, we could find another ride for at least like a town and like get to Iowa today. You know, that would feel like progress. But anyways, I have a huge announcement for you guys once we make it there.
Thanks, guys.
It's still not letting me.
What is this? It's like a fashion show? This is a weird thing. What is this? Hold on. Do I want to zoom in? Not really. It's just like a bandana though. Why? I can't hear you. I don't know how that even... How'd you manage that? How can I hear everything else but Heather? Like, what kind of fucking microphone setup is this? Was the microphone all the way off in the middle of nowhere, like Bluetooth? Like, what the fuck was that?
Good morning, you guys. Babe, let me look with this lily filter.
I look like you.
Cute.
I look like you when you use it.
Anyways, good morning. We got super blessed with tons of food yesterday.
He's doing a wake and bake. He's into the morning bowls.
So we're going to be pushing through. If I don't have phone access in the evening tomorrow, in the morning tomorrow, I should by the evening. So we're going to try to walk a full 24 to our next charging location. If you guys have cars and you're passing by us on the Lincoln Highway or like wherever the fuck we're in Pawpaw, please pull over and offer us a ride. We will gladly accept. We are trying to make it to LA ASAP, and Google says 27 days, but that's if you don't sleep. So it's literally like 2 months for us to walk there. But it's a good.
Let me tell you something, Cheryl. If Xavier's anything like me, like he just has weed on him at all fucking times. Any kind of weed. He probably forgets the weed he has on him. He has probably compartments that has like secret weed like underneath his hat and shit. And I have high confidence, or that's not the word I'm looking for. Confidence. It's a word. I have high confidence in Xavier's ability to find weed in any place.
Good experience. We're going from Oak Street. Who else can say they walked from Oak? Okay, you guys. So we are, like I told you before, in Pawpaw, whatever the fuck, Pawpaw, Illinois. Xavier's now taking a shit. So I wanted to be out of here by 7 a.m. First it was 5 a.m. Then it was 6 a.m. I don't like having an unreliable partner for life or for this situation. And it's weird because like I told you before, when it came down to it with David, when it came down to it with Eric.
Didn't David was the Switzerland one. Okay, let's hear about David and Eric. You get pissed at Eric all the time too with the car loan and shit, right? What? Okay, let's just hear it out, I guess.
Any of these other characters, it's like they seem to change and be very inconsistent. Like for 3 days, he's like the sweetest thing I've ever met in my entire life. So helpful, so kind. And
then as soon as he has to take a shit, this Heather gets mad.
It's a certain kind of music, has a certain kind of mannerism. And then like the 4th day, he's a completely different person, stranger I've never met before, doesn't know how to fucking fold a tarp or treat a woman. So anyways, we're 3 hours behind starting the day. Love that. Love it. Love it. What?
This is who you decide to spend your life with, Xavier.
The day. Love that. Love it. Love it. What up? So we are stopping for lunch. It's noon. We're going to try to pull a 12-hour day today. Xavier, tell them what you had for lunch.
Turkey sandwich with cucumbers.
Turkey with cucumber slices. I made them last night in the tent. Again, shout out to the owner of Pawpaw Fresh Market for the groceries. You're a fucking MVP, bro. Thank you so much. Without people like you and all of your hospitality and kindness, this trip would not be possible. So thank you so much. We really, really appreciate it. I am having some potato salad with a can of chicken breast, 15 grams of protein. I'm trying to keep my grams high so that when I get there, my muscles are lean and my fat content is low. But yeah, lunchtime.
This doesn't look like a pickup truck.
Oh, sorry. We made it to Prophet's Town, Illinois. And we are almost to Iowa, and I promised you guys the big announcement once I made it to Iowa. So stay tuned. You guys are fucking
something. We're whipping on something now. What is that? What's the bridge? I think they were in the back of a pickup truck that time.
You guys, it's Heather and Xavier, Coco Heather Senza, Heather Coco Senza, and Xavier X Dos Equis, Eki Ek.
Did she just like split herself into two people and then also Xavier?
This is our crib. These are our snacks. You've got your foot area down here. You've got your head area up here. Room for the elbows here and here.
So much space. All the body parts.
Locked up tight.
Right.
What up, though? So what I was trying to say was, or like thinking of was, what a good invention it would be for like a mini projector, you know, to attach to your cell phone.
Okay, I was gonna say they already have mini projectors, but one that can go to your cell phone, huh? All right, go on.
And then, like in the case of this tent, look at this. We could be laying right here and just using our cell phone to just project like the picture here.
How would you do this? What do you suggest to do this? Like, I'd imagine you'd have to. I don't even know. We're not gonna get into it. I was gonna invent it for Heather. No, she's got to invent it. Well, we could use a flashlight on the back of the phone. We just have to like dim it down a lot, and then also like we'd have to make some kind of see-through screen so it would actually fucking project. But then we could probably like link it with like the cable here onto the back there, and then. But Heather, you got to invent it.
Oh, good morning. We woke up in Davenport at Isle. It's like a casino and hotel. We camped out outside here. Yeah, so we're moving. We're going to charge up and have breakfast before we start walking again. Good morning.
The notebook entry she flashed on her Instagram story says, "I'm prego." I don't know where it says.
Almost today,
I was waiting for it to go. What's that? Look, there's a thing on top of this thing. Or maybe I'm going crazy.
guys.
No, it's a thing. Oh, she's putting. Is it the narrative? This is like a bite-sized narrative.
So if you find a sticky note on your car, it means you win, and it's your job to help me figure out what the fuck is going on here.
Wait, what? Wait, what? If you get one of these on your car, you win, and you get to help me figure out what the fuck is going on here. What a prize that is. Hold up.
You guys. So if you find a sticky note on your car, it means you win, and it's your job to help me figure out what the fuck is going on here and where my millions have been stashed away. And then
Okay.
I'll split them with you when we get them. Make sure you stay here when I do the attendance. Hi, you guys. So I'm doing my photo shoot. It's super lit. This is actually one of my favorite. I can't open my eyes. The sun's like shining directly. This is one of my favorite locations so far since we've started the trip, or since we've left Oak Street, and I'm super excited to share it with you. There's a fire department benefit. Stop by if you can. We're at Islay or Isle or here. Davenport, Iowa. Davenport, right? Davenport, Iowa. I'm here.
I said she got a fucking taste that the face tattoo for a second, but it's just another bad filter.
Okay.
Uh-oh. Okay. Get ready, guys. Maybe trigger warning. I don't know.
Can you do it?
Is this what the fucking pin TikTok is? Where she's like running around the fucking, what the hell is it called? Bleachers?
Apparently around these parts, they think it's fake and plastic to be tons of shit.
He just shows himself their ass in the mirror and then flips himself off. That's how I start my day.
Be a hater, bitch. It's not phony to be lots of stuff. It's impressive. Don't be a hater. Learn more. If you're hating on me, mama, learn more.
I thought she was gonna put the straw up her nose and just like suck the coffee.
Back in civilization, semi-civilization, Davenport is the largest city that we have seen since we left Chicago.
One eye is down here and one eye is up here. Just take the filter off.
On, I don't know, last week sometime. So I'm at Starbucks having a coffee and getting some things together for a photo shoot that I'm going to do today before we leave Davenport. And then hopefully we will be taking a bus either to Kansas City or Las Vegas. We shall see. So I'll let you guys know. So far we've walked about, I
Right, Diane? It's like instinct to her.
would say 500 miles at least.
A little bit of muscle memory.
And combine everything in Chicago to Rosemont to all the way up here. And we've probably gotten a ride for about 100 miles. So we're doing well. We're hanging in there and we're making progress.
This is the thing. This is the thing I was talking.
This is a clock tower with this contraption attached going to this section of area. I'm sure they're like loading boats or something. Who knows? But who knows? DM me. What is this? I'm heating up my fucking Chef Boyardee. Xavier's a savage. He ate his shit cold. I'm
It's well, there's a tank.
straight. Heat her up, get her done. You guys, so we made it here to a quick star. If anyone wants to do us a huge favor and sponsor Xavier's shower,
Xavier shower.
he really needs a shower. I gave him a deep oil treatment with tea tree on his luxurious Tarzan locks earlier today.
He must smell terrible. I hate the smell of tea tree. And then like is just BO and tea tree is what he smells like now. I can only imagine.
It's $16.
And that's why he's so far away over there.
If you would like to send it via Cash App, I will post the info on the next screen. And you are the MVP. Love cars. Cars are kind of my jam.
Yeah, because then I wouldn't be walking to California if I had one.
Look at this. Collectors. Mint. That is so sexy. And look, a Tesla right behind it. Very nice. Look at that. Oh, very good.
Is that a Borat expression? Impression? Wow, very.
Can you even imagine? Like, let me just drive up the hill to my mansion where I'll retire in my bedroom with my view of the river. How gorgeous. It's 9:48. I wanted to leave early, but I do every day and I never do. I'm frustrated. Gonna be good vibes, or try at least. Put on some music and get back to walking. If you want to send me a gift, I take e-gift cards to my email or Cash App deposits. I love you guys. I'm sorry I'm cranky. No, I'm not making the announcement. Please stop making insinuations about the announcement.
Yeah, stop with the insinuations about the announcement. So what? I thought she would have just turned back as soon as she knew she was pregnant, but she thought she was going to make it to California pregnant. Interesting. So this is October. You're going to go back to Chicago, and it's almost going to be winter. Heather's not very smart, bro.
I'll let you guys know when I'm able to make the announcement. It's just about my health, no big deal.
Chris Chan made a comeback on his channel. I guess I did hear he was out of jail. Did he start making content again? What is he doing?
Okay, so anyways, just to reiterate as I have every other day, yes, I want to press charges against everyone involved in looking the other way while I am repeatedly raped, drugged, and abused. I have received no assistance or intervention with regards to the 16 jobs that I obtained over the past 20 months and was chased out of within the first week for no explanation or reason that made sense. OnlyFans, guys, I'm so sorry. I'm a month behind in posting. I have all of the posts and I've attempted at least 3-4 times.
I mean, that would make sense. Yeah, how many months along would she be then? I can't remember. She did the Google search where she was like, if I'm due in February, how many months along? I think she said February she was due, right? I'm trying to do the math now. I'm bad with like math when there's like names associated with the numbers, if that makes sense. Like the months, I'll figure it out.
The week to do a major dump, and I continue to, I don't know what the fuck with my ex, with my downloads, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't know. But anyways, every time I try to upload it or export it from Snapchat, there's some issue. So
it would have been like July or August the baby would have been conceived then, right? And this is October. I don't know how long she's been on the road here for. How far did she get? I don't know when she left either. I would have to go back. Let me see if we can just hover over it. And then if it says... I can't see it. That's okay, though.
All of September will be up soon. Thank you guys for hanging in there with me and supporting me through this, the most corrupt shit I've ever lived through. I feel like they're giving...
Oh, wait. The date? I thought it was February 26th. It was December, so she's due in December? Well, my math would be way off then. I don't know.
me impersonators of a person I love. And that these people are nothing even remotely similar to the one that I cared about. And that these ones are awful and they don't give a fuck about me at all. And if they don't give a fuck about me at all, what am I doing crossing the country with them?
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't make sense. I feel like I'm being exploited again, used, abused. I'm just over it. I'm over it. I'm tired. Anytime I find myself in a good place or...
Well, maybe when Letitia's done, we can look at Chris. But I keep doing that. But I have like a couple other guys lined up as well.
Like experience any amount of happiness, like they come at me full throttle. Like you cannot even understand from all angles, like online, in person. The only one person I have regular communication with. Like it's just so much right now. So I don't know. If I decide to go back home, I have to walk 5 hours in the opposite direction that we've just been walking for the last 24 hours. Literally, as soon as we pulled up to this gas station, the police came again. Like I'm walking down the street. That's it. There's no arguing. We weren't even talking. That makes, I think, 12 or 13 police contacts, unwanted police contacts for absolutely no lawful reason since we left Chicago. Like, what the fuck? How can anyone be expected to live this way? I don't know. And then if I continue in the other direction, I have to deal with fucking this guy. And then
Xavier? Or is there another guy now? I'm hungry. I'll try to get to the end. There's like 15 minutes left. 16 minutes. I think we can make it.
the smell, and I'm getting sick to my stomach. Like, it's awful. I'm fucking nauseous. I don't know. Good morning. I am eating breakfast. I won't even discuss last night. And this is a sample breakfast. So this is a gas station breakfast, as healthy as I can get it. I've got a Jimmy Dean's, that's 12 grams of protein. A coffee, an iced coffee, 40-gram protein to start the day off with a lot of protein. Some beef jerky, and then to satisfy my sweet tooth, and because of the low blood sugar thing, a little nutty buddy. I'll probably have half now and half later. But I'm ready to go home. We'll see what happens if my mood changes, but I'm more than ready to go home. Unless we're able to commandeer a fishing boat. Hey guys, so we are at the...
You're trying to commandeer a fishing boat to get to fucking California or to go back home? This is a crazy thought to have in general.
Where are we? We are at the We're waiting for a Greyhound, hopefully. And I don't know where we're going. I might give up.
Well, I'm trying to find. Yeah, I will. I
All right, so I'm almost done with this makeup here. We're in an old mall here in Iowa. People use this mall to get their walk on. I'm proud of y'all.
She's doing the Congress accent. This reminds me of like Rugrats music.
Keep on drinking water, keep on walking, fitness, healthy. Get those bodies right and tight. There's a taco place. You know I love tacos, but Xavier and I need to go to Walmart first because he needs to pick up the money order. So we're about to go do that. We're wasting the day. We only walked about 5 miles today, maybe 10. But yesterday we did about 30 miles, 20 miles, and every other day. The least miles we've done in a day is about 4 or 5 miles in the least. So
is she drunk? Why is she talking like this?
And the most is 20 to 30 miles a day. And we've walked every day that we've been on this
What is this? Is that her? Is that a picture of her?
Look at what Walmart is doing now. Vinyls. This is so dope. They're selling vinyl records, and they come with booklets, posters. That's the Beyonce, and that's her new record with Alien Superstar. Look at Kendrick. This was me. This was Lewis holding me with my baby. Same age difference. I think this is so cool. And then they have the record player right there for $100. I want one so bad. Is this?
What would you do with a record player? Heather Gillespie. All right. I am hungry though. I'm gonna wrap it up, guys. I think actually no. We gotta finish it. Because I don't want to like end the California thing in 15 minutes. That doesn't make sense. I'm gonna keep it playing. I'm gonna grab something to eat. I don't even have. Hold on.
It's Donald Trump. Oh no, the Rolling Stones. I thought it was Donald Trump. All right, you guys. So the health scare I was telling you guys about earlier ends up turning out that I am pregnant. Very exciting because I love children and being a mother has always been my first passion. Very terrifying because of the situation, and a lot of you know, some of you may not. It's just scary, very scary 9 months. Anyways, I am on my way back to Chicago because I can't afford to walk around the United States for 3 to 4 months aimlessly while I'm pregnant. If anyone wants to help me out, we will be returning later on tonight. I need desperately a gym membership. Desperately. You guys know my Cash App. Please keep the comments to yourself. I am doing my best to. I'm happy, regardless of whether the father is. We're in Iowa now. We were stopped. How many times were we stopped, Xavier? 20 or 30 times, literally, just making this walk, the 11 days, 12 days that it took us to make this walk. So it's a hard time. It's a happy time. It's a confusing time. Chicago, I'll see you soon. I've never been so happy to say that. Just the feeling of anxiety and being terrified. And lastly, for all of you who don't believe that I've been endlessly and tirelessly for the last 3 years, calling all these resources and doing every single thing I can. I've worked 16 jobs that I've been chased out of, bullied, harassed, stalked out of. I'm intelligent. That they've already told me 2 or 3 times. So if you do have any workable solutions or advice, my DM is always open. Just please let it be constructive. Thank you. Okay, so as you guys know, this is my very first time riding a fucking Greyhound bus. And whatever, the departure said 2:40. I was all excited, like, ooh, maybe it'll be fun riding a bus. And we get here at 2:40 and it's 3:30 and the bus is still not here. And look at the fuck. Like, it's not like an airport or like a Union Station type of deal. It's like a strip mall. So my anxiety is like, is this the right spot? Did they already pass us? What could possibly be happening? I go on the app. No updates. Xavier called twice. What did they say, Xavier? Okay, thanks. He said any second.
Oh, that's what he said? I couldn't make it out. Why are you you're mad that I left? Calm down.
So we'll fucking see. Good morning, you guys. So we're back in Chicago. Slept in a fucking tent. Again, this is day 60. It's unacceptable. The local law enforcement here, as well as government officials, everyone is aware. I've spent hours and months emailing all of these people about all of the abuse, filing numerous petitions in person.
How's that got me?
Numerous police reports in person. We've also informed officials around the rest of the state as well as Iowa. And now about everything, the rapes, the robberies, the assaults, and now the pregnancy. So we are going to go walk over to see about Xavier getting a job. He has some interviews for delivery positions. And then we're going to go over to the hospital to have some blood work for me. Again, still waiting out in the open, very, very open, in the middle of Millennium Park for anyone to do anything. All right, so a lot of you are asking for action items. What can you do to help? I need immediately a storage locker. It's $60. I need immediately access to a gym where I can work out and stay healthy.
But like, if she's going to California, how's the storage locker going to help you? You can't take it with you anywhere.
And calm my mind through all of this bullshit. Lifetime would be ideal. I can also do LA Fitness. That's it. It has to be LA Fitness or Lifetime. There are no other gyms around this area. Xavier has an interview today. I'm going on an interview to deliver with Amazon. We'll see what happens. It's next week. I cannot live this way. This is unlawful, unethical, illegal. I am being ignored. All of the police reports I have filed have not been answered. I need help. And again, there are so many people who are completely aware of the situation. Friends of mine who were there witnessing the abuse firsthand, watching me make the calls to the police. There are hundreds of thousands of witnesses on my first and previous Instagrams and social medias of me going to the courthouse for orders of protection, going to the police for assistance. No one assisting in any way, shape, or form. Since that time, I've been robbed numerous times for my medication, for my clothing, all of my hygiene products like this. I have purchased this lotion at least 10 times, and it has been fucked. They open up the top, and when I come back, all of the lotion is oozing out. You can kind of see it here, and they add something to the inside, and the
I shouldn't say. I don't know. I've met somebody like this who was like, "You're putting water inside of the shampoo, like taking the lid off and doing it." It's like, no, you got to close the shampoo, or else like water might just get into it somehow. But there was like this big conspiracy when I was living with a bunch of people back in my youth. Maybe this person was crazy like Heather.
Lotion is either causes it to start drying or pouring out all over my purse. And it's not just with the lotion. Sorry, the video cut off. Every single item that I have, they destroy my clothing. They have stolen at least 6 pairs of shoes, at least. And that's not including when they robbed my apartment. This is just since I was unlawfully thrown out of my home at 2037 West Roscoe. And that was in January 2020. So the assistance I keep being promised, I've called Between Friends, Lizzie Hendren. I've called every domestic abuse resource shelter in the city. I've called every human trafficking resource in the city. My advice to you ladies, if you are being trafficked, run. Run the fuck away and figure it out on your own. Do not call these 1-800 numbers. I feel as though by doing so, all I did was put myself in a position for bigger predators. I've never had to sleep outside before. I've never had my medication, someone go through, a stranger at that, go through my bag and steal my medication. I've never dealt with any of that until I called the human trafficking hotline. So anyways, now I'm doing a face mask and getting ready to go to Xavier's interview. Thank God now we have a solution to all the stuff that we have to carry problem. And we have this little car. It's like an accordion wagon.
Ah, she has a cart. Is this where the cart came from?
you to all of these sponsors, judgment. I mean, and I love you. Thank you. God is coming. God is coming.
God is coming. God is coming.
That's very scary. You have a little wagon. Little wagon? Whoops. Did it have the right one? No. Oh, it did? My thing is messing up. What's this say? I can't really read that. Maybe, is it just my eyes are bad? Can you guys read that? Hi, Mom, it's me. I'm back in town. I have an interview and possible job offer for 40 hours a week and 20 hours. I mean, $20 an hour. So I would be so happy. I have to come back tomorrow and drop off some Social Security and complete the background. Is there any way you can help me? And with my little money, I know things are hard right now for everyone, but if there's any possibility, I really need to get storage, but I can't be willing all of my belongings or wheeling all of my belongings around in a wagon to work. That's what I'm doing right now. Anything that could you could send my way to help would be phenomenal. I love you. Way back to Northwestern for some blood work. Talk to you soon. Bada bing, bada boom.
Ready to go. What a change, right, from yesterday. I'm heading to Northwestern for blood work right now to make sure everything's okay and the levels are where they're supposed to be. If you can help in any way with the storage, that would be fantastic. I'm going to go ahead and post my deposit information for the Cash App. Love you guys so much. If you can't help, I still love you.
So now I'm at Northwestern having blood work drawn for the pregnancy, and someone entered into my medical record that my primary address is DuPage County Prison. So I'm waiting for a manager right now so that I can get a printout of the audit of who would enter that into my demographic. It's not funny.
I mean, it is, yeah, it is kind of funny. I don't know how that happened.
It's not a joke. There's nothing funny about it. So we are now at Northwestern in Streeterville waiting for management.
Bonus scenes, a look back.
Shift shelter. Okay, it's open. It's 9 a.m. We're in a public park, Portage Park. Some big, huge black guy just comes up to this little area where we are and says that we have to go. I'm fucking sorry, sir, but that will be the 5th time in the last 3 days someone has told me I had to go. I'm sitting in a public, little bitch, public park where I paid
Yeah, but you're sleeping and like camping out there.
taxes.
You don't pay taxes.
For the last 15 years of my life.
Oh, but I guess not the last 4 years though, right?
To be able to come to spaces like this, to be able to relax, to breathe fresh air, to chill, to have somewhere to rest, a public park. Why the fuck in 3 days am I being told 5 times I can't sit in a public park?
Because you're living there. You can't live at a public park.
Why is that? Let me remind everyone that I've never been convicted of a crime. I have
But that's false.
17 unanswered police reports, 5 unanswered in-person court petitions. No one has helped me with the rape, the robbery, or the assault. I've walked 130 or more miles in the last 7 fucking calendar days. And you mean to tell me on a Sunday morning, I can't fucking lay on the ground in the goddamn park? Are you fucking kidding?
I don't know how she doesn't get tired of repeating her stuff. I get tired of retorting her. It's just like, I give up and just let her talk sometimes, because I'm not going to say every time like, no. Because that's just, we're like broken records at this point. It's a very blurry face of hers.
Are you kidding? Who is this clown?
I don't know. It's his park, maybe. Maybe he's the homeless man of the park.
So again, after being woken up this morning by some fake cop telling us that we needed to leave, and I told them, actually, no, we're in a public place. If you'd like, you can call the real cops, see if they do something. And then he walked away and disappeared. P.S. Dude was wearing a 5-point star on his shirt, looking super official, polo, saying that he worked here. He doesn't fucking work here. We're at Portage. He doesn't fucking work here. There's a whole fucking festival here. You do not fucking work
It doesn't look like there's anybody there but you.
here. So the police never showed up, or they like pulled up to the corner and then drove away. The 911 operator was very nice, and I didn't call police. He called police. He said, I'm going to call police if you don't leave. And I said, you know what? Let me do one better for you. I'll call them myself. I'll see what the laws are. I am in a public fucking park. How dare you? And if this is not targeting, then I don't know what is. And I don't know how to live like this. 25 days outside, no shelter, nowhere to sleep. How the fuck is this happening? After
I remember James arguing with a cop. Well, not arguing, but he was like, that's a difference of opinion, because the cop was like, it's not illegal to be homeless. And James was like, well, technically it is. And he was homeless at the time. So I don't know what he was trying to go on about. I think that was the same morning he said he was going to shoot everybody.
us being left in the woods again, who just put his hands on me, as well as Xavier, and kicked me and pushed me, and seems to be
That guy? That guy over there?
I don't know. Leave him the fuck alone,
Oh, what's going to happen?
you piece of shit. Clearly Xavier is trying to walk away from him.
What happened? Did you guys try to steal something of his? This is a fight? We're watching a fight.
Dude, you're a little bitch, bro. He's like salivating at the mouth. Should I shoot him? Would I be within my rights?
Shoot him? Is that what Heather just said? Hold on.
Should I shoot him? Bro, he's like salivating at the mouth. Should I shoot him?
Is my computer just killing me right now, or did she edit it out? Am I going crazy?
Bitch, bro. He's like salivating at the mouth. Should I shoot him?
If my computer's being evil, I'm going to throw it out the window. But I think it's probably edited out to YouTube's terms of service. I care about the terms of service, YouTube. I'm not going to say that. But, like, I mean, I'm going to say shoot if I want to. I think that's what she said.
Would I be within
Stab? She said stab. Okay. That's what she said.
my rights? Let's see. Seems like they're having a friendly conversation.
She got her knife out? What is happening here? Oh, okay. She assaulted this again. What's going on? Why did you do this? I wish we knew more about that. I wish more people were taping. That's the end. I can't just leave it like that. I need to know more about that. And the eggs. Do we have any eggs? I mean, do we have like, I don't know. Yeah, we got to wrap it up. It's been 3 hours. Thank you guys for coming out for the Heather Friday recap. We learned some new things. Well, I learned some new things about California. I'm going to look for this eggs. And what else? What do I have planned for this week? I don't really know. We're just going to kind of take it, play it by ear. I might do a stream tomorrow. I should probably do a stream tomorrow. But I gotta go back to work on Monday. So I don't know. If I do one, it'll either be James or Letitia. And yeah, I hope you guys have a great rest of your night and weekend. And I'll see you next time. Goodbye.